denverregion.com/earth.
I'm consumer advocate Marc Mager. I want to share my incredible journey with Denver Regen. In less than 6 months, I've lost over 40 pounds. With their GLP-1s, I achieved significant weight loss and the constant food noise is gone. I don't feel hungry and I don't think of food. But the best part, it's less than $300 a month with Denver Regen. Quit putting it off. No more excuses. Start your journey at denverregen.com. That's denverregen.com.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
It's going to be a hot one for your Monday. Temperature still in the low 90s, and we've got a small chance for some storms to fire up as we get into later on this afternoon and this evening. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burse.
Bobby Bones here with some easy trivia. What does the Staples Easy button say? That was easy. Oh, I mean, that was easy. You knew that, right? And now you know to press it for prints, shipping, and even passport photos. Plus, next day delivery to over 98% of the U.S. I see you, Staples. That was easy.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on the free iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. President Trump getting ready for today's meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and several European leaders. They are discussing the future of Ukraine and what kind of security assurances are needed. ABC's Ian Pannell has more from Kyiv.
We should be very cautious about using President Trump's phrase, a land swap. I mean, Ukraine doesn't really have much land to claim back from Russia. I mean, tiny sliver at best. So there's no real deal to be done there. The reality is that Russia occupies around 20% of Ukraine, most of it in the east of the country, plus Crimea, of course.
Texas Democrats are ending their 2-week walkout, and back in Austin, they are expected to vote on those new congressional maps. All will vote against them, but they're outnumbered, so the Republicans are expected to gain more seats in upcoming elections. Hurricane Erin intensifying overnight. Powerful winds and heavy rain battering Puerto Rico. 50,000 without power. This is ABC News. A recent spike in road deaths has the Federal Highway Traffic Administration looking at speed limits nationwide. ABC's Wayne Cabot has more.
Its first update since 2009 questions the long-standing unofficial rule that sets the limit at the 85th percentile of what drivers actually drive on a given highway. Transportation officials say that causes a feedback loop. People speed, and then limits get raised even higher. The new guidance suggests states consider danger to pedestrians and the frequency of crashes. Madison, Wisconsin this summer lowered local limits from 25 to 20. A similar move in Seattle brought a noticeable decline in serious injury crashes and speeding. Wayne Cabot, ABC News.
As a part of its corporate divorce from its former parent company, MSNBC is changing its name. It'll now be known as My Source News Opinion World, or MS Now. MSNBC got its name in a partnership with Microsoft. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. Opening a My Social Security account gives you secure access to your personal record and interactive tools tailored for you. You can see if you are eligible to receive benefits, view spousal benefit estimates, and compare retirement benefit estimates at different ages or dates when you want to start receiving benefits. Already receiving benefits? Use your account to change your address, set up or change direct deposit, get a proof of income letter, and more. In most states, you can also request a replacement Social Security card. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
Many Denver city employees will find out this week if they still have a job. Mayor Mike Johnston warned employees a few weeks ago that layoff notices would be going out this week, and seniority will not be the prime factor as departments try to shore up a $250 million budget shortfall.
When you have to have a smaller team, you have to make sure you have the strongest possible team you can to deliver the best results. And so we certainly consider people's years of service, but we think the balancing factors are we want the strongest team members who can make the biggest impact to be able to stay.
All laid-off workers will get 30 days paid leave, and depending on their years of service, some will be eligible for severance. Denver Public School students have their first day of classes today. The Denver Classroom Teachers Association is also holding a vote on a 3-year contract with the district that would increase starting pay, offer a $1,000 cost of living increase, and would work toward limiting class sizes to 30 students or fewer in kindergarten through 5th grade. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
From the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by the White House Briefing Room podcast with John Decker.
Yeah, we're looking a little bit better out on I-70 as they're clearing up the accident near Brighton. It did unfortunately back up all the way to Peoria, so it's running rough west. 270 is a little heavy, both directions out of Commerce City, as well as I-76 as you're heading west of I-25. Got a little bit of traffic south coming in downtown as well as up out of the tech center. No rock scaling today. I-70 will remain open, but US 6 west of Golden up Clear Creek Canyon's a little slow with road work. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
I'm John Decker. Join me weekdays for 15 minutes of no-spin White House coverage, straight from the press briefing room. Subscribe now to the White House Briefing Room on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you ever worry about having enough retirement money to last the rest of your life? Are you looking for ways to protect your retirement savings from inflation, taxes, stock market downturns? I recently asked these questions to Jordan Quijano at mymoneymyway.com.
It's possible, and it's even easy. This retirement account offers a 17% bonus, long-term care benefits, and guaranteed to never lose money.
Get all the information on this guaranteed pension account at mymoneymyway.com.
The Tree Farm's 50-cent tree sale starts Thursday, August 21st. Buy the first tree at regular price and get a second tree for only 50 cents. Choose from thousands of carry-out-size shade trees, flowering trees, evergreen trees, and more. Buy one 8 to 10-foot tall Cleveland flowering pear for $299.50 and get another tree for 50 cents. That's 2 7-gallon trees for $300. Come see.
I-25 to exit 235, then 5 miles west to the Tree Farm.
Need a new roof? Call Excel Roofing, 303-761-6400.
Are you ready to hear something that will not only make you feel better, but will actively excite you?
Yes! This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Don't miss this Monday at 4:36. Jill Osa, a contributor to Do Better Denver. She came under attack from the Denver Post. So the courageous Jill Osa joins us Monday at 4:36.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. Come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, that's me, Tom Martino. This is the Troubleshooter Show, 45 years and strong, the longest running radio show with the same host still on the air. And we take your calls if someone lied to you, ripped you off, cheated you, if you suspect something, if you just need advice on buying or selling, career, whatever it is, finance, investing, credit, you know, your house, your car, insurance. I mean, this is the show about everyday life. The things that make you tick and the things that tick you off. Let's talk to Penny with a plumbing issue. Penny, welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino, and people can call 303-MARTINO 24/7 and get help. 303-627-8466. The only show on radio where you can call around the clock and get scheduled for a show. You can also call when we're on the air, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Hey, Penny, what's going on with you today?
Well, I am single and I am retired. I'm 76, and I have had trouble with my plumbing every time I have it. The main line Roto-Rooter, it backs up again in a month or two, and I'm constantly having a plumber out.
Yeah.
And I just, I'm scared to call a plumber because nobody's fixing the problem.
You're in luck today. We have with us, honest to goodness, Bob Logan from Plumbline Services. by the way, very honest, good people. Here's some of the issues you come up with, Penny. Your drains could have a number of issues. One, it could be root infiltration. Number two, it could be a belly in the line somewhere that never goes away. No, and it just gets temporary relief. Number three, it could be a break somewhere. So what you need is someone honest. Unfortunately, most of the companies, and I'm just going to say this, Bob, not present company excluded, and also the fine people on our referral list are excluded because we check them out. But the drain industry, Bob, is a terrible industry. It's riddled with liars, cheats, and ripoffs.
I would agree, Tom. Unfortunately, our entire industry, not just the drain industry, plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical,
that's
we have some really good competitors. We have some really good companies in the Denver metro area.
Right.
But throughout the industry, you're absolutely right. It's hard to know who to trust.
And sometimes
and qualified.
They give you fake video.
You just don't know what you're going to get. Penny, have we ever been to your house before? Plumbline Services?
I think you did. I was out of town, and I think a friend called Plumbline, if I'm not mistaken.
Good.
Okay, because typically what we do is snaking a drain out will give you temporary relief, like Tom said.
But there's always a reason it needs to be
backup,
snaked.
that's exactly right. If there's a backup, that means you have a problem that needs to be fixed.
It's a temporary clog somewhere from going down the drain.
Maybe somebody's stuffing too much toilet paper, or a kid putting a stuffed animal in there.
But another reason, these guys, tell them about your drain diagnostics and how it works.
Sure. So first thing we want to do is clear the line and make sure we get you flowing again. But then we'll run a camera down there, and the camera will tell you the story. Unfortunately, as good as my technicians are, they can't see underground. So we'll run a camera through the line, and that'll tell us exactly what the issue is, where the issue is, and then we can put together solutions. And we give you solutions for a temporary fix, and then we give you solutions for a permanent fix. We truly believe that in your case, you said you've had a few backups. How frustrating can that be? And sometimes property damage comes along. I would love to see all my clients do a permanent fix for every time we offer a solution.
Something. Plumbline has the latest technology. The technology. There are different technologies where you don't necessarily have to dig up the whole line. You can go in and replace it with a liner. You can go in and pipe burst, which is a different method where they pull it through. There are methods they have. Now, that doesn't mean that will work in your case, but they're one of the few that have various options to minimize the labor. Is that right, Bob?
That's right. And then also, depending on the solution, Penny, we offer financing for everything. I never assume my clients are in a position to pay for this up front. We do take credit cards, obviously, cash, check. But if you need financing options, we got a variety of financing options. So you can get a nice low monthly payment. We can get you 12 months, same as cash.
But I want to talk
about every client's a little bit different.
Talk about symptoms. How often do you actually have a backup?
Probably every 3 or 4 months, and sometimes more often. But
you gotta listen.
Yeah.
Please don't get ripped by one of these companies. I want you to call Plumbline. In fact, Bob, can we get her number to make sure? I don't want her to call some schlock.
I will. In fact, we'll take your number offline.
With no obligation.
No obligation.
In fact, I'm going to ask them to go out and diagnose this free with a camera.
I'm happy to do that.
Okay.
We may. Are you currently experiencing a backup, Penny, or are you? Is everything flowing right now? You are.
I can't use my washer because it backed up.
Okay. I'm going to get them out there.
Line, and we tried snaking it, and the washer line is not.
I got a connection with the owner right here. I'm going to get them out today.
We'll get out there. We'll get it
tomorrow.
We'll get it cleared if we can. If there's a collapse in the line, then there's no way to clear it. But if we can, we'll get it cleared first. Then we'll run our camera through the line, determine what's going on, and we'll give you options to get a repair done. But again, there's no obligation. You can do a temporary repair. You can do a solution that'll last forever. We have financing, so we try to customize everything to each client.
Okay. Penny, I'll leave your information with Kachina Kalori. Kachina's the name I give my producer, Colorful Kitchen. Her name is actually Kelly Kachura, but I call her Kachina Kalori. So if you're listening, that's why. Diana, what's going on with your swamp coolers? Oh my God, we're talking about the 1920s. No, I'm just kidding. What's going on, Diana?
Well, I needed a new swamp cooler. I wanted a new swamp cooler. And I hired this man. His company's name is Fix Right Pros. Shall I give you his name?
I don't care. Fix Right Pros. Yeah, what's his name?
Okay. Fix Right Pros. His name is Jose Gomez, Gomez.
Okay.
And he put it in, and it's running, but it's not running right for the price that I paid him. He didn't come.
When did he do it? When did he do it? When did he install it?
It started in April now.
Okay.
In April.
Now, what do you mean it's not running right?
April, and here it is August.
What do you mean it's not?
It's running.
Tell me, Diana.
Let me explain it to you. There's two speeds on a swamp cooler. It's a fast, a cool, and a low cool. And there's a fast cool and a low cool. And the fast cool is not working. It's the same as the low cool.
Well, what does he say? What does he say?
Well, he said everything from he'll put in a new. Well, he tried to fix it. I guess maybe I don't know if he can or not, but he said he'll give me a new unit. In fact, and when I called back a few times when he's going to come, he used every excuse that he was sick at one time, and then
did he? Have you ever used? How did you find out about this guy? How did you find out about this guy to begin with?
On my son got him through I think. Email or something, on his.
In other words, you didn't use referralist.com. Hey, Bob, do you guys even do swamps anymore?
We do not do swamp coolers anymore. And
I know.
With regards to Fix Right Pros, I'm not.
Well, I'm a senior.
You don't know about them?
Okay. I've never heard of them.
Diana, we're going to try to find someone.
Yes.
But first, we're going to call Jose and see what's up. Deputy Doc is working from home.
Well,
go ahead, dear.
Tom, why don't you let me do it?
And,
okay. I didn't know you were there. Hold on. Deputy Bo, are you?
Stop taking all my calls. He won't get back to me. He stopped my call.
Dear, are you listening to us?
I can't get through to him at all.
Are you listening to us? We're going to try, okay? So you hang on, and we're going to try to help you, I promise. Now, I don't promise results, but we will. Okay, this is a radio show. That's what we do, dear. Thank you for calling us. She called 303 Martino. See, a lot of people call 303 Martino and they don't know the process. We are a radio show. We take your call on the air if we can and then put a deputy on it. Deputy Bo used to be in the HVAC business. He's going to help. He's going to talk to Jose. And if I know Bo will probably try to troubleshoot himself. He's a great guy. So, Bo, thank you. I didn't know you're at the mothership today. I'm at Casa Martino with Bob Logan and Deputy D. And then we have Deputy Doc working from home. So you hang in there, and I'm putting Bo's name on this, and I promise you he'll get some results. We got more coming up. And I love to tell you, as you know, I love talking about fresh water at the kitchen sink, drinking water for only $1,200, triple filter, reverse osmosis, waterpros.net. You don't do better for this price ever. They have whole house for chemicals, chlorine, hard water. They can soften your water for $39.95. I'm telling you, the prices are outrageously low, but they have great technology. Waterpros.net, 303. And by the way, you talk to Paul the Waterman personally. He listens to you, 303-862-5554.
Do you have a remote cabin or want to live off-grid? Red Rocks Roof and Solar is the only company specializing in these special standalone systems with battery backups and auxiliary generators. With Red Rocks Solar, you get sales, installation, and service. Complete solar. Red Rocks Roof and Solar. Locally owned and operated by a veteran. Honesty and integrity. 303-704-2449. 704-2449. RedRocksRS.com.
Hey, you want to be a landlord and not have the conventional risks and hassles? I've done it 4 times now, on my way to my 5th with Vestera turnkey. Vestera, kind of investing in the earth, right? Investing in land, investing in real estate. VESTERRA. So look them up, VesteraTurnkey.com, or find them at referralist.com, or call them directly. Here's what I want to tell you. They have a program where they identify hot markets to buy a rental, not Denver, not Colorado, promise you. And then they help you buy the house, manage the house, sell the house, and get your returns. They babysit you. 303-888-3788. 303-888-3788. VesteraTurnkey.com.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
At 2 o'clock.
Is Mark around today?
Not that we're aware of.
Okay, thanks.
And we'll make sure that you're covered, okay? Oh, no problem. No problem, Diana. No problem. No problem. And thank you so much for coming on the show. We really love first-time callers. Oh, Tom is a great guy.
No, I think he's already in, but they're helping him do some stuff.
I understand. I understand completely.
Hello, what do you guys know?
What I'm going to do? Okay. All right, Diana. Thank you so much for your compliments.
Yes.
But we're going to go ahead and give this
about,
over to Bo, and he's going to be in touch with you a little bit later, okay? Okay. All right. No problem. No problem, Diana. You have a great rest of your day. Okay. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
You got it. What are you looking at?
Good morning, Tom Martino Show. How can I help you?
Done. I will be there.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
Don't know what's going on with your connection, but all I'm getting is air, and your voice sounds like it's through a tube.
Bye.
My kid's band played the other night on Lost Lake Lounge.
Can you take me off
And,
speakerphone or
God,
Bluetooth
they did such a
or
good job.
whatever you're using?
Lost Lake Lounge, where's that?
It's on East Colfax. It's a dive.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't dirty or anything. It just, has a barn and a room for music venues. You pay a cover charge, and they let people under 21 because they have wristbands. And I was absolutely the oldest one there. Absolutely. There was no doubt in my mind. I was the oldest one within 3 blocks. My nose. I'm still having this issue, which will go away in a few weeks.
I hadn't noticed.
Oh, shut the fuck up! I'm gonna sue you.
Uh-huh.
Well, I know.
Yeah, what are you gonna get?
You know what?
What are you gonna get?
Your
Dingus?
van.
Oh yeah, well, it smells funny right now.
I bet it does. Smells like all that takeout food you take from the Golden
No,
Corral.
it's because I sit in there and smoke cigars every day.
And drink bourbon.
Nope, I quit that in 08.
Oh, well, good for you, Shannon.
Oh, the awkward photos of your equipment that you sent me, Bo, I didn't get a chance to respond with a no thank you. But no thank you.
Do you even know what that stuff? Have you ever seen that stuff before?
Isn't it a amp or a tuner or something? What is it?
It's a projector to
Oh, I
project
see.
movies
Okay.
out into a park.
Gotcha. I thought it was like a home stereo, big ass amp.
No, this is some sort of a movie projector.
Wow.
It's pretty expensive. So if you don't know anything about it, that's fine.
Well, I'm in radio, not video.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I thought you knew it all when it comes to electronic
A little bit.
He doesn't know anything.
I'd use it for something inappropriate.
Yeah, since he called it a speaker.
Did Penny leave for information?
Yeah, I think she did. Do you got the information from the old lady with the sewer problem?
I do, yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Penny O'Brien, do you want me to send it directly to Bob? Or
Yeah,
do
if you
want me
can.
to-
Yeah, if you have Bob's number, send it. Email it to him. Don't give your email over there. Does she have your email? Okay.
Yes.
Do you have his? Thank you. Thank you.
I'll call the swamp cooler lady at the top of the hour.
Thank you,
break.
brother. Thank you.
That'll be easy.
Speaking of wet and musty, stand by.
Your
Oh, my
podcast.
God. I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Compass Insurance Group will do free insurance checkups. Just ask them. And you'll see if you're overinsured. Yeah, you could be possibly. Underinsured, most likely. Paying too much, most likely. And they do it honestly. Honest to God. It's obviously to generate business, but they'll tell you if they, you can't lie to you. If they say I can beat it and they can't beat it, they can't beat it. So they would never do that. Compass Insurance Group, a free insurance checkup from people I've known for 20 years. So you go 303-996-9000. 303-996-9000, theinsurancehelpcenter.com. Mario, welcome to the show, Mario. What is going on with you? Now, did you call a couple weeks ago, I'm told, Mario?
Yes. I was the one, I talked to Mark, I believe.
Okay, then I may not have it here on my call sheet, but go ahead and we'll talk about it. What's happening? Oh, so D, give me the rundown on that, Deputy D.
Tom, Mario called us a couple of weeks ago on your day off, and Mark took the call. Basically, it boils down to the fact that Mario, who suffers from sleep apnea, was unable to perform properly at work, and he was let go. And then
we were wondering if he's covered by the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Well, that plus whether or not he can file for unemployment and things like that. So
now, what did they say they fired you for? Was it lack of performance or what?
Well, no, it wasn't lack of performance. It was just falling asleep sometimes. It wouldn't last very long. Sometimes I'd get an attack a couple of times a day.
That sounds more like narcolepsy than it does sleep apnea. Like, do you suddenly fall asleep?
Yeah, it's like a snake attack. Like it happens before I even know.
Well, that sounds like narcolepsy to me. Tell me, have you ever been diagnosed with anything?
They did diagnose me with severe sleep apnea because I did get tested for it.
Okay.
And I was.
Yeah, that would do it, Tom. Don't you think if you're not getting quality sleep all night long, you're going to doze off?
I guess it could. I mean, you got a point there. But you. Anyway, I don't know much about narcolepsy. I'm just saying I heard about people who fall asleep suddenly, and of course apnea could play into it. Anyway, so you did you actually were you diagnosed then with this? And they said they let you go at work for falling asleep. What kind of work do you do? Don't tell me you're an airline pilot.
No, I was customer service at Napa Auto Parts.
So it's not like it was a critical thing. And when you did fall asleep, did they? When you fell asleep, give me an idea. Was it at the counter? Did you go in the back and lay down? Tell me about it.
I was customer service. So I was up in the office doing phone calls. Whenever another store, like say Arvada, would order something for a customer, I'd set it up for them, and I'd send them the part on their night freight. So that sort of thing. And what would happen is we're not very busy that way. So sometimes I would just doze off between phone calls.
And then did someone have to come and wake you up?
Every once in a while, but my boss would kind of see it, and he'd just be like, he'd just whisper, Mario. And then I'd be like, well, what just happened,
So in any case, what can we do for you?
Well, I was just wondering, do I have a case?
Well, you should. If you were fired for cause, they say you don't get unemployment. Did they fire you? But if it's for a cause that's like a disability, I think you could get unemployment. Have you applied yet?
Yes, I did apply.
And what did they say?
They haven't got back to me yet.
Okay, I think you're going to get it. Now, when you applied, did it ask you if you were fired for cause?
Yes, I believe so.
How did you answer the question?
Pretty much just exactly what I told you. I just said I have this sleep apnea thing, and it wasn't affecting my performance or anything. Like I wouldn't fall asleep during phone calls or nothing like that. It was just a couple of times a day with,
Okay, and did you ask them if they could make accommodations for you and just simply ride with you a bit on this? Now, is your sleep apnea being treated?
Yes, I did get a machine, and it's slowly starting to get better.
Okay.
But I guess it takes a while. But I did tell him, I said, I told him, I said, sometimes it'll get worse. Like in the summertime, it'll get worse sometimes because of the heat, I guess, or something. But I live in an apartment that doesn't have air conditioning. And
do you ever drink coffee? I don't mean to be funny about this, but have you ever maybe tried with coffee?
Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee. I got up and moved around as much as I could. Stayed busy, did
I looked
filing
on the
and stuff.
Americans with Disabilities Act website. Under the NDA, the ADA, listen to this. This is very important. An impairment qualifies as a disability if it substantially limits one or more major life activities. It actually, in 2008, was amended. Sleeping or lack of due to a disability was recognized as a disability. So, employers can discipline and terminate those with disabilities if sleeping at work violates performance or behavioral standards and is not directly caused by it. But if it's caused by the disability, they have to make reasonable accommodations, which would include possibly having someone wake you up. I know that sounds silly, but I'm telling you that nodding off at work due to sleep apnea may trigger an employer's duty to explore this and to help, not to fire you. You listen, did they tell you it was because you were nodding off at work? I'm hoping somewhere they told you that.
Yes, they did. So when they called me into the office, it was my boss, my direct boss, and my the HR lady, and she said, we're going to have to let you go because you were caught falling asleep at your desk. And
okay, listen, here's what we're going to do. I want you to just basically go through this process with the unemployment. Then if you call the EEOC, the Equal Employment Opportunities Commission, EEOC, what they do is examine cases and tell you if you have a case. What I would do, Mario, is file an inquiry with the EEOC, okay? And then you file an inquiry and ask if you have a case. And also at the same time, find out what happens with unemployment. Then call me back if you have a negative response from unemployment, and we can take it to the next step with the ADA Legal Center, but take it one step at a time. I think, as silly as this may sound to people, Mario, I think you might be covered here. Everywhere I am looking, it has been amended for sleep disorders. Now, if you were a truck driver or something like that, a reasonable accommodation would be to take you off the road. Obviously, if no other position is available, for example, if they only have truck drivers and that's what you do, they can let you go. And obviously, common sense takes control here. I'm Tom Martino. Right. Evan's up next with an issue on an apartment. Whatever your issue is, you can call us and get help. 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. You can call that 24/7. And when we're on the air, you can also call our iHeart line, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And I invite you to text me, and I promise you, it comes right on my personal cell phone, 24/7. Really, I'm going to give you this line. People have not been abusing it. They've been very kind. They text me about all kinds of inquiries. We will get you on the show. We will answer you. And I'm going to give you this Google number, okay? The Google number is also for consumer help. And then if you want to get a hold of my company, Wave 8 Wealth Management, you can text me there as well. It's 747 999 5280. Now, I tell people to remember it this way. I love airplanes, and a big airplane is a 747. 999, you can't do 10, 10, 10 in a phone number, and it's as close to perfection as possible, so it's 999. 747 999, and then the Mile High City, 5280. 747 999 5280.
All right.
This is Denver's talk station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, impact traffic from those.
999 is also a German screaming no, no, no.
Build America.
Yeah, we're still seeing some delays on I-70, all due to an
So no
earlier
spots this
crash.
hour?
This was going to be
time?
westbound at Brighton.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just want ha. See, it goes both ways.
Backups in that area, but
no, it doesn't, because we just think that you're losing it.
Oh,
heavy
sorry.
west heading up to Vasquez.
Kelly, why are you yelling at Tom now? What did you need?
There was one other crash, Avenue, eastbound at Federal. That was on the shoulder, but it looks like they've come.
Ignore Kelly, but did you get my picture of her?
Little bit of a jam through the area.
No.
With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
All right, I sent it to 999.
Build America. We
Okay,
tell
I'll
the
find
story of Douglas Mackey.
I didn't know you
the
could
man that
send
faced
photos.
a decade in prison. His crime? He posted a meme. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
You know, no one ever plans on getting in trouble or having a DUI or a traffic offense or a neighbor complaining that you assaulted him or yelled at him or frightened them. All of these things are weird. Today's, there's a lot of tension and people do get charged with crimes. And of course, then you could be just stupid and you did something. Here's the point. Joe Lazzara is a criminal defense attorney, and I've done the shopping for you. Never shop under pressure. Joe Lazzara, I've known him for 30 years. Lazzara, LazzaraLegal.com. Find him at referralist.com. Free initial consultations always. And then if he takes the case, it's on a flat fee basis. But the call is free, 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200.
Thank you.
Thank you. God, so I had so much fun flying this weekend. Oh my God. I love that Bob, that little airplane is a kick in the pants. You know why? Because it's a glass cockpit. It's got autopilot. It's got all the it's like a big plane, but in a little package. So you're not sacrificing. You learn everything. You learn rudder control, stick control. It doesn't have a yoke. It has a stick, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to take you, just you and me up, just fun, before we even get in instructor, just to get you an overall. But you'll be sitting in the right seat when I take you. When you get your lessons, you're going to be right in the pilot seat, because that's what you want. You want that
Yokes.
You want that rudder and throttle control, and the way it works is when you're in pilots always steer with their left, and then the throttles with the right. That's conventional for all planes. And if you sat on the other side, it's opposite, and instructors are trained to do that.
He won't.
And I don't feel totally comfortable bringing you up like being on the right. But I will take you, and you'll be in the right.
He isn't smart enough to
you'll
do
be
that.
able to just at least get to see everything. We'll go out and do a run-up. I'll teach you about the plane, and that'll just be the fun part. And then an instructor. And if you want, what I can do is I can give you a couple numbers, because they know about you, and then you just call and talk to them, and then you pick your own. Yeah. And we'll get started. And then as far as
Shut up. Good afternoon, Tom Martino Show.
Not afternoon yet.
And a spam call.
It is for Kelly Shannon.
Whoa. You're on Numbnuts' board?
Yeah.
And I'm walking.
We've already had this conversation.
We haven't today. We did on Friday. I certainly wasn't paying attention.
7:29 a.m. You're on his board today.
Oh, yeah, I did send you that. See?
So is it short-term memory or long-term fetal alcohol?
Probably both.
All right. I've said that to coworkers before.
I'm gonna go play with some dogs.
Just because your mom drank while you're in the womb doesn't make you my problem.
And smoked.
Uh-huh.
Forget about that. She actually had a smoking room when she gave birth to me. And the doctor who delivered me came in smoking.
Probably had one hanging out of his mouth when he caught you.
Probably.
That's funny. Shit.
What's that?
That's funny, Shannon. Hanging out of his mouth.
Yep.
When did you quit smoking, Shannon?
Nurse ashtray. Catch my butt.
God, I forgot about that whole conversation. God, I've been up. I've been up since 4:30, so forgive me if.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. I love doing this show, and I love that you're joining me, and thank you so much. Evan has an issue with an apartment. People, whatever your issue is, even if we can't help you, I think we give you the steps to continue and doing things. And all my deputies, if you do have information, follow-ups or anything, let me know, and we'll get to that. Evan, what's going on in your life, Evan? What's happening?
Hi, Tom. Thank you for having me on.
Yes, sir.
So I'm renting from a property management company. The apartment itself, it isn't an apartment complex. The apartment itself is privately owned, and then the owner kind of lets the property management company take care of everything.
That's a very common thing to have a property management company rent it out for an owner in a complex. So it's a condo, really, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So what's going on with your condo? What's going on with the arrangement?
Well, I've had several issues since I moved in. The first week was the beginning of April. I moved in on April 4th. I didn't have a water heater for about 6 days. I moved in.
Evan, I don't mean to discount anything you're saying, but here's what I want to explain. I know that this is what you're doing is building your case for frustration, telling me it's happened from the very beginning. So suffice it to say, here's what I want to hear. You had numerous problems from the very beginning, which was when? When did you start?
April 4th.
Starting April. Okay. Now, you've had numerous problems starting from April. Now, what I want to know is this. What problems still remain or are unsolved or is prompting your call?
Okay. So on May 15th, so we'll start out with this. I haven't been compensated for any of this.
Now, what do you want to be compensated for? Now, under the Warranty for Habitability Act, there is a procedure for being compensated, but you have to put in for it. But but you may not. Now, give me an example, your best example of something you want to be compensated for.
Okay, so on May 15th, I had a fire system leak in my apartment. It rendered my living room unusable. They removed the carpet 2 weeks later, exposing the subfloor and removing the ceiling. And
when you say the fire,
to-
was it a fire suppression system like what? Like a sprinkler system? What went off? What happened?
It was the sprinkler system that started leaking.
Okay, and it ruined some of your stuff?
It did. It got on one of my larger area rugs, on a few of my books.
And are
my
they just
coffee
flat?
table.
Okay, do they recognize they might owe you for that?
They have been not very communicative.
Now listen, it could be possible, Evan, let me explain something to you. This is not going to be covered under the Warranty for Habitability Act. The Warranty for Habitability Act, or the Warranty of Habitability Act. Let me explain this. For things that render the place unsafe, insecure, or not livable, and in the case of property, it does not cover personal property. Let me explain what you can do, though. In your lease, it probably says, I'm guessing, that it's not that you are responsible for your personal property. They're not responsible ever, and that they recommend or require renter's insurance. Did they do that?
Yes, and I do have insurance.
And did you try putting in a claim? Because this is what you do. Renter's insurance is very important. Did you put in a claim?
Not yet, no.
Okay, that's where you have to go first. But keep going. What other problems have you had? I'm not just going to tell you, go to your insurance and forget it. I want to know if there's more serious stuff, because an area rug is easily taken care of through renter's insurance. And if they did not disclaim damage in the lease, then you could go to small claims court. But how much, by the way, just out of curiosity, how much is that area rug worth?
Probably just a couple $100.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not necessarily as worried about the area rug as much. It's just I'm still paying full rent. I've asked them for compensation.
Well,
for
okay,
this, for
still
cutting
paying
it down
full
to-
rent. Are you still having problems? This was in April. What's wrong with the apartment right now?
The subfloor is still exposed, and I don't have a ceiling.
Oh, wait a minute. So since April, they exposed your ceiling and your subfloor, and it's still like that?
Correct. No,
Why?
this has been since May 15th. This has been since the end of May. So their excuse was so they initially sent somebody out to do an estimate. They ripped out the carpet. They took out the ceiling. He went back to the property management company with their estimate and gave it to the owner. The owner apparently is he takes trips out of the country.
Well, is it fight? Hold on. I just want to say this. Is it safe to say your ceiling and subfloor are still exposed and no repairs have been done?
Correct.
Except for the leak. The leak was fixed.
The leak was fixed about 2 weeks later.
Okay, so that's part of the Habitability Act then. So hang on a second. I think I have some ideas for you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Just hang on. I'll have some ideas for you. All right? We got more coming up.
Thank you.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast.
Yeah, we're still seeing some delays on I-70, all due to an earlier crash. This was going to be westbound at Brighton.
I'm going to email him the Warranty for Habitability Act and the steps.
That way.
Can you get Evan's email for me?
Area, but looks like speeds are starting to pick.
All right.
He's still running heavy west.
And by the way, I got to do a fill here and make it up tomorrow.
Looks like 225 down the hill from Parker's just a little slow.
What you do with Phil is your business.
Okay, sir.
One other crash on 6th Avenue, eastbound at Federal. That was on the shoulder, but it looks like they've come in to move wreckage, so they're blocking the left lane. Little bit of a jam through the area. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
I'm Buzz Knight, host of the Taking a Walk podcast. Step with us into the world of music. I bring you up-close conversations with new and legendary musicians. For one of the best music interview podcasts, listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know, for 50 years, I've been advising consumers, and one of the things I've come across are investment advisors who aren't investment advisors, but that's what they call themselves. Some of them are just selling annuities, and that's all they do. Some of them just want to sell you something else, or they put your money with a big advisor somewhere, and they don't really know you. That's why I started Wave 8 Wealth Management, truly for individual customized investing. My money is invested right alongside yours, and we know you as a client. That is a pledge and a promise I make. You will never get this level of personalized service. There it is. Put me to the test. 303-771-HELP. If you want financial advisement, get a free review. Let us go over it, and then I'll show you my portfolio and everything we've done, so there are nothing hidden, totally transparent. Wave 8, the number 8, wave8capital.com, wave8capital.com, 303-771-HELP.
Thank you. Here's Kelly. Please.
Mimosas.
Kelly.
Unfortunately, not today.
What's going on, dear?
Are we done with Evan? Do you just want his? I have his phone number and his email address.
Yeah, just give me his. I'm going to send him the Warranty of Habitability Act. And if you want, I'll kiss him off though. Unless you got rid of him already.
No, he's still on because
Okay, I'll go back to him and I'll go back and tell him what I'm doing, and then send me put his email up there on the call notes.
You rock. Thank you.
Okay.
French President Macron arrives at the White House.
What's his name? Macron?
Macron. With his dad. No, wait. Dressed up as his wife. That's a great conspiracy theory. That Macron's wife is actually his dad in a dress.
Do you take them along with your regular supplements?
Not hearing.
Do you have a sample?
Yeah, actually, they're always in my car. Yeah.
Could I try one?
Absolutely. Give you 3 little packets.
And then I'll reimburse you when I get mine. I would like to try. Is it too late to take now? No, I mean, you don't have to do it right this minute. Yeah, we're at the top. Yeah, and that purified water. My solo cups, yeah.
So purified water in a plastic.
Oh, stop. It won't be in there long enough to leach. I wonder microscopically if it would. Could you just bring that up, just to lay it up there for me? I don't want to spill it. I don't need more coffee right now. Thank you, bro.
If you're getting coffee, I'll take some cream.
Small, medium, or large
Medium.
But if you're doing it now or get later.
And then I'm going to order something if we can figure out where to order from.
Man, Mark used to never eat lunch.
I have to. I have to make small meals, or I get. Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Let's get right to the phones. And I want to go back to Evan, an apartment issue. Now, here's the deal. You know, minor problems or major problems that are fixed or not under habitability. And of course, his own personal property would be covered by renter's insurance. But he said after making repairs, they have not yet sealed everything up. Evan, is there a reason they're giving you for keeping it the ceiling exposed and the subfloor? Because those things are definitely covered by the warranty warranty of habitability. Now, when I say definitely covered, they may not say ceiling or stuff, but they do talk about exposed stuff. Why did they keep everything open? Did they give you a reason?
So they said that they gave the estimate to the owner, and the owner came back and said that was too expensive.
Well, an estimate for what? You said they fixed the leak. So what is the estimate for?
For the repairs.
Well, okay, again.
To get the drywall.
Oh, you mean to cosmetically? Hold on.
The
The leak is fixed, but the estimate for putting it back together was too much for them.
Correct.
Okay. What you're going to do, I'm going to email you. It's available publicly on my social media, but I'm not going to make you have to dig through it. I'm going to send to you a step-by-step guide on how to invoke the warranty for habitability and what you do. And if you follow this, you ultimately will have the right to withhold rent and use it for putting it back together, or for constructive eviction, meaning for leaving the place. Do you like renting there?
I like the place. It works out, but this is just it's a little bit hectic, honestly.
Okay.
Evan?
Well, we're gonna fix it. I'm gonna send you this Warranty for Habitability Act. And I might even go over it on the show next hour. It is so useful. And I'm happy to email it to anyone who sends us an email, help@troubleshooter.com. That's the
Evan,
email. Now,
Mom, I have a question for Evan.
Go ahead, Bo. Thank you, Bo.
Evan, what's the name of the property management company?
It is Real Property Management.
Now, why did you ask, Bo? What are you going to do?
Two reasons. First, I wanted to ask, Evan, can you ask the property management company to just move you into a different apartment if you like it there?
Man, that would be a big hassle, brother. Come on.
Well, if he likes it. And the second reason, I could make a call over to that property management company and say, hey, it's been several months.
Okay, hold on. That's a good idea. So, Bo, you're volunteering to do that this morning.
Yeah, I mean, I would never, as a landlord, I would never let somebody go with bare ceiling and floors for more than maybe couple of weeks. I think it's just unheard of.
So I will also add this. I reached out to him again last week. So I had bugged them consistently up until about July 21st. And then somebody put the bug in my ear. It could be taken as harassment too. So I kind of backed off.
I'd like to call them on your behalf.
I ended up reaching back out to them on the 11th of this month, and they finally got the ball rolling. We had somebody come in and actually.
So
take
do you?
measurements
Okay,
again,
well,
and
Evan,
then-
let's just ask you then. Do you want us to call?
I mean, at this point, I'd like to see how this pans out.
Okay. All right.
My
Then we'll
main
put this on
concern is
hold. Bo, where we still will make contact with Bo, and he'll have your information. Meanwhile, leave your email, please, and I will send you the Warranty of Habitability Act step-by-step guide. So get his email for me, Kachina. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303 Martino.
There you go.
So,
I cannot tell you how tired I am right now. And I don't know why. I can't even remotely figure it out.
Could be cancer.
Maybe.
Hi, Diana. This is Bo. I'm a volunteer for the Troubleshooter Show. Give me a call.
thank you for the email.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I got it.
I'm sending it to you in text right now.
What's that?
I'm sending it to you in text.
No, I got it already, so thank you. Appreciate that.
I also have the phone number in case you need it, so I'm
All
sending
right.
it to both you and Bo.
All right.
Yeah, did you hang up? Okay, Lewis, are you familiar at all with the show? Okay. So you're aware that we're a call-in radio show and we do on-air calls?
Okay, now I can attach this guide. I love having these
Good
guys.
morning, Troubleshooter Show. Did you want to talk to Tom and the gang?
I love having these guides that I do. So, morons, how are you all doing?
You got it. Hang on.
And then you're going to hear a little whooshy type of sound effect, and that's going to tell you when you're on the show, and Tom will call your name. Okay. All right. Do not hang up. Okay? Don't do that. Yeah. Yeah. Really don't hang up. All right. So you had
Oh, see, Dominion, man, they've sued everyone. They've gotten all kinds of settlements. They're not.
362. Okay. I got that. I got that. Okay. When I place you on hold, first of all, I need you to turn your radio all the way down. Okay? Because once I place you on hold, you're going to be able to hear the show, and then you're going to be able, when Tom goes to you, you'll hear that whoosh sound that I described to you, and you'll be able to talk to him, okay? Okay, but I need you to stay on the line. You can't hang up on me, okay? All right, sounds good. Good morning, Tom Martino Show. Hello, Tom Martino Show. Okay, what's your name? I'm sorry, one more time, sir. Al, I just need your first name, but I gotta ask you, do you have me on some sort of
My
a
son,
speakerphone?
friends come over to practice the band in here. They've, this stuff would be overflowing. I mean, if I left it I bet you if I left it, they'd have the paper coming out the door before. Hey, Dad, you think we ought to empty it?
Speaker side.
I'm really turning toward EV for my next vehicle. Have you considered that, Bob?
That is perfect. Okay, hang on for me.
It's a great. Yeah, I drive too much. I don't know.
Tom, what do you think of the EV G-Wagon?
You know what? I honest to God, I was just looking. I've looked at them before, but today there was one for sale with a good price, but it only had 1,900 miles, and that tells me somebody bought it and was very disappointed.
Right.
But they have hardly any range. I mean, they're terrible for range.
Well,
terrible.
where are you going?
Well, no, but still, to have to charge. They say around town they're getting 180 miles.
Oh,
that's terrible.
But have you seen that it can do a tank turn?
Yeah.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help. Come on, man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, and I thank you for being at the Troubleshooter Show. We're going to go right to the phones and help you. So I just sent a Warranty of Habitability Act step-by-step guide. I'll send to any of you who email us help at troubleshooter.com. Yes. So if you send help at troubleshooter.com, that'll get to us, and we will send to you the guide, step-by-step guide for warranty of habitability. It's actually a successful way to do it, not the stupid way. You know, a lot of people think if they have a problem with the apartment and they hit it, not hit it, if they, if they withhold rent, it's going to get the landlord's attention. Yeah, you'll get evicted. You can't just withhold rent because the place isn't worth renting or you made a mistake. There is a guide to withholding rent. And yes, you can withhold rent if push comes to shove and they're not meeting the warranty of habitability, but there is a guide to do it. And when you do withhold rent, it must go toward repairs. And I have a step-by-step guide, and I have it on social media. but also where there's a link. Somebody said, Tom, you were dumb to put a QR code on the social media link because they're going to be looking at it with their phone and there's no way to scan the code. They have to go home, put it on their computer, whatever. Anyway, so if you want that, help at troubleshooter.com. Kachina, may I ask you about line 2? Is that a new caller where Evan used to be?
Yeah, hang on.
Okay,
Just
that's
one
fine.
second.
And I sounded like I just distressed her. I asked her a simple question. That's what happens, people. You have to limit your mimosas in the morning to 3, please.
You know, I've only had 6.
Oh,
okay,
she's
so-
only had 6. Okay, Kachina. Lewis. And by the way, JK, for those who know text talk. Hey, Lewis, what's going on with you, Lewis?
I have a 2021 Nissan Rogue that I was having problems with, and I brought it to a mechanic, and he said that the engine was ruined on it.
Now, how
And
long have you had
he
this,
called,
sir? How long have you had the 2021 Nissan Rogue?
Since February.
Okay, so you just bought it
This year.
Okay, and
Yes,
how many
It's a
miles did you
used
say?
Rogue. I
Are
was in Louisiana, and I needed to get back to Colorado.
how many?
So I
hold
bought
on a
this
sec,
car.
Lewis. If you could help me out here, how many miles when you bought it back in February?
138,000.
Okay, 138,000 miles. Okay, and then your mechanic just told you you need an engine.
Yes.
Okay, so continue with your story. Therefore, what?
I told him I had a warranty with Endurance, and I gave him all the information.
Oh, so
and he
when you
called
bought
and
it,
adjusted, went out there.
when you bought it, you bought an extended warranty of some kind.
Yes.
And it's called with the endurance warranty.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's called.
80,000 miles, full years.
It's for how much?
It was 80,000 miles during a full year period.
And that's so it was a 1 year, 80,000 mile warranty.
4 years.
4. I'm sorry, sir. Okay. I was just having a little problem there. Okay. So go ahead and tell me now the story. You said, hey, I have an endurance warranty. And did you tell him to go fix it under warranty?
Well, he called up Endurance. They sent out an adjuster, and he called me this morning, and he sent me the text that he recorded over his phone, and turned down the claim because instead of 35 size tires, they have 225 size tires.
Well,
And he said
do you
that
understand what
actually
I
has
don't know?
no
Wait, hold on.
bearing the engine.
Interpret that for me, Deputy D.
It sounds to me like Endurance Auto Warranty denied our caller's claim because his tires were found to be too large for his vehicle. Oh, absolutely, Tom. How many horror stories do we need to hear about used auto
They
warranties?
have all kinds of exclusions. So they're saying because you had the wrong size wheels?
Tires.
Well, obviously, but
Wrong size
that
cars.
okay.
You can put
Said
oversized.
I needed 235 size wheels, and I had 225s on them.
Yeah, so you can
That's
put
what
wrong
came with the car
size
when I bought it.
tires on the correct wheel. So they're objecting to the tire, not the wheel.
Whatever it is, it was wrong according to them.
Yeah.
And did you check the warranty to see if it actually says that, Lewis?
Well, when I called and I talked to one of the supervisors, he runs me all the way through section 6, item 3, and it says undersized tires will go ahead and be excluded.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it.
Well, then.
But the thing is, I bought the car like that, and
they, I understand what you're saying. They sold you. Hold on. I know what you're saying. They sold it to you, the warranty to you. You probably should not have been sold that warranty. So because they should have known possibly that it was literally useless from the beginning. And I think you'd have a good claim to get a refund on that warranty. I don't think you can make them do the work, but I think you can make them refund the money for the warranty. How did you pay for that warranty?
I'm paying for it by the month, like $139 and something cents.
Did
every
they
month
offer to
on the 30th.
refund? Did they offer to refund the money for that?
Yes, sir.
They did.
Oh, that's a miracle.
How much does? Yeah, but that doesn't come to much. It only comes to $139 a month since February.
No, the total purchase price of the warranty is probably $3,000 to $6,000.
I understand that, but he's paying for it by the month. Was it added to your auto? Hold on. Was the price of the warranty added in full to your loan?
No, sir. I bought the car cash.
See,
I was in Louisiana and I wanted to get back to Colorado.
I get it. And hold on though. This $139 a month is all you have paid for that warranty since February.
Each and every month.
I get it, bro. I get it. 100 February. Okay. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, so 7 or 8 months. So, but that's all Deputy D. That's all he would have to get. That's all the refund he would get, unless he paid it in a lump sum. But that's $1,000.
But it also keeps him from paying for God knows how many more years of this warranty.
Well, that's true.
He has a purchase agreement for this warranty.
I get it.
Like 5 years.
They're going to let you out of the warranty completely and refund the money to you, right?
Yes, that's what he said.
Okay, but Lewis, you're not going to like to hear this. They're not responsible for that engine, no matter how you look at it. Even if that warranty was a complete fraud, they're not responsible for that engine. All they're responsible for is to undo the warranty. They don't have to fix anything that goes wrong. And even if they did, it's excluded by the wheels. I'm sorry. How much is that engine going to cost you?
He's getting me a quote on a used engine and a new engine.
Who is getting you this quote?
A guy by the name of William at 360 Performance in Bennett.
Okay. The only thing I can suggest is that you go to somebody on a referral list or go to Sheridan Auto Tech. Great people, and I would really check them out. I'm not saying where you are is a bad place. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that, and if they give you a good price, do you trust them?
Yes, sir.
Good. Then stay right where you are. But Lewis, we can't make them pay for this engine. There's no way we can do that. If it's excluded by wheels, the only thing we would do.
Tom,
Go.
May I say one thing, Tom?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When the adjuster was talking to my mechanic, he said, according to Nissan, the suggested size tires was 235. He didn't say it was mandatory that you have 235 size tires on it. It's just, it was a suggested size
so what you're
tire.
saying is they unjustly or they improperly deny the claim, but it's what the warranty says. It's not what that, in other words, does the warranty say the suggested size must be used, or how is it actually worded? You have that section 3 paragraph, whatever. Do you have it in front of you?
I can get it in about 30 seconds as I walk back to my desk.
Okay, you get it.
I'm an 82-year-old Vietnam vet, and I don't move quick.
Bro, Lewis,
Disabled
thank
as
you
well.
for your service. I truly want to help you, but it really depends on that contract. It really depends on what it says. That's why we want to hear it. Because what you're saying is the suggested size from the manufacturer should not be mandatory. But if the warranty says it has to be, then it has to be. Geez, this is a tough one. So, Lewis, could you you get that ready? Meanwhile, hold on, Lewis. Put him on hold. I want to go to Al real quick here. Al, you have a question on plumbing. What's going on, Al?
Yes, we're having trouble with the drains upstairs, and sometimes the sink and the vanity in the bathroom won't go down, and when we do flush the toilet, it gives a gurgle. But we want to have that drain line.
Well, let's talk to you. Did you have it looked at already?
No.
Okay, well, you came to the right place because Plumline Services is on today. Guy, you have all kinds of specials for drains where you'll do, tell him what you can do for him. He's got some gurgling and sluggish drains.
Yeah, so typically our special is called 93 or free. So we'll come out and we'll clear any drain line for $93. That includes the trip charge and everything. That's all inclusive, $93. If we cannot get it cleared and flowing again, the call is free. There's no charge. And I'll tell you what I'll do, Tom.
What comes along with that is, and I'll let you give him your offer, but what comes along with that 93 or free, if it's free and they can't unclog it, they tell you why. Is that right, Bob?
That's right. We'll always come up with solutions for you. So,
but what were you going to do for him?
Well, what I was going to say for your listeners, because now he says the toilet gurgles. So if it's in the same bathroom group, the sink that you're having trouble,
all the water goes down, from the toilet and everything. It's just that it gurgles, and it I don't know if maybe the main line. You could scope
they can do that for you.
It could be a number of things, and so again, like that toilet and that vanity, eventually will tie together, and then everything ties together at some point to your main line that goes out to the city.
But what are you going to do for him today? Listen to this, okay, Al? You called the right time. Go ahead.
Well,
okay.
So.
And you can trust these guys.
And this, I'm gonna throw this out for all your listeners, Tom. If you're having any drain troubles
today,
we typically the 93 free. We will run a second drain at no charge. So it might be a main line and a secondary. It could be two secondary lines. We'll do two drains for the 93.
So for 93, you're going to make sure either the drains are clear or it's free, and you're going to give a diagnostic as well, because the diagnostic is the important thing.
That's correct, because we're going to come up with solutions for you one way or the other. Even if we can get it cleared, which hopefully is the case. If we can get it cleared, stop the gurgling, we're still going to do everything we can to come up with some permanent solutions for it.
Now, how long has this been happening?
Well, it's been happening about a month.
Okay,
but,
it just happened all of a sudden.
Like I said, the water goes down.
No, I get it. But are your drains sluggish at all?
Just sometimes they'll go from the sinks, from the kitchen sink, and then the bathroom sink, and it won't drain in the tub. And then all of a sudden, it'll drain again.
Okay.
So
this is something that you experience throughout the house.
You definitely have to have this looked at.
Have Kachina get his information offline, and I'll have our dispatcher call.
Al's number, and he'll have somebody call him. Al, they're great people. We have more coming up. We'll go back to Lewis on this warranty and what's going on with that. 303-713-TALK is our number, or you can call 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. By the way, K&H Home Solutions, 65 years old and strong. They have now painting as well, K&H Painting Pros, and you can get them both at khwindows.com.
Nice.
Do you feel a burning, tingling, or numbing sensation in your feet? You may have grown used to it, but Dr. Anderson, D.C. from Front Range Medical Center wants to tell you why you need to get it treated. Doctor, what is peripheral neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is nerve damage to the feet and lower legs. Its major symptoms are numbness, burning, shooting pain, and balance issues.
Can it be treated?
It absolutely can in most situations with great results. More importantly, leaving it untreated can lead to serious complications.
If you have burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your hands or feet, or balance issues, call Front Range Medical Center for a nerve damage screening. The first 10 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening, which includes consultation and evaluation, valued at $245. Call Front Range Medical Center at 720-823-0784. That's 720-823-0784.
Here you go, Tom.
Nerve damage screening. Find out more at denverneuropathy.com.
I have great news for people, landlords who have strip malls or buildings. If you are a home-based business, an agribusiness, any kind of commercial business, you may qualify for a commercial solar system, which may qualify for extreme government grants that can pay for almost or all of it or more. I mean, some people are getting paid. The entire system is free due to the government. And then they can show you how to make positive cash flow. Red Rocks Roof and Solar now catering to their commercial clients. They do the sales, installation, and service. 303-704-2449.
Thank you. Zelensky dressed up a little bit for Trump.
Did he wear a white T-shirt?
No, you remember what he wore last time?
No, what did he wear?
Never mind.
Never mind. Okay.
We're good. Yeah, you're doing other stuff. Go ahead.
So, Kachina, is everything okay?
No, she's a mess again.
Okay.
Not a mess.
Well, what are you over there rocking back and forth and whining about your head? And you?
How are my morons? I haven't heard boo. Well, yes, I have. I haven't looked too much.
So I don't know why I'm so tired. I don't.
Because I'm tired.
How many? My.
At least you can leave it too.
Okay. Could you? Okay. I want you to. Oh my. Okay. I'm trying to capture the moment. Yeah.
Actually, now I might stick around because
I
don't like you very much.
Well, it'd be good to have you. I like it when you're here.
She just loves being around you, Dimitri.
Well, she loves Bob too. I want you to be able to rub a puppy.
She knows Bob's a kitty guy. You can just tell the pussies.
What?
Nothing. People who love cats. So, Bob, I'm glad you brought me a check. Can you bring me another one? Oh, damn it. Oh.
Very easily changed the future.
She might destroy it. She loves company. Downstairs? She is gregarious. Our kitty is here gracing us today.
Hi, Princess.
Yeah, she's really cool.
I'm starting to sneeze just
I have a swamp cooler. The only place I could still find was Blue Sky Plumbing. They've been fine for me. Okay. What would be? Yeah. Bob always looks like he stepped out of GQ. You know, I have one. I have one in my briefcase that I just carry. Yeah, that I just carry. I never use it. No, ballpoint with the cartridge. It's wood grain. I think it does. I mean, I was told it was a month. I'll go look at it. What is the other high price pen? I know it's one of them.
Or wherever you get your podcasts.
Tom Martino here, and I welcome you to the show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right. It is Lewis's turn, and he wants to talk about a 2021 Nissan Rogue. Hey, Lewis. Wait. We already had Lewis. He was going to read the clause to us, right? Sorry. Okay, Lewis. Lewis, did you find that clause that excludes it?
I did, but before we go to that, I just wanted to thank you for thanking me for my service. It was the best 9 years of my life. I'd be glad to do it again for our country.
What a good guy, Lewis. God, yes, good Lewis. So, Lewis, read that clause they're using to exclude your engine work.
Okay, under Section 6, under D for optional coverage, it says no coverage is available for suspension reduction or undersized wheels or tires.
Suspension reduction
or justice statement.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So
in the statement that the adjuster said, he said, suggested manufacturer size tire was recommended was 235, but there's 225, and my mechanic says actually the 225 is a better tire for it because there's less drag on it and you get better performance with your engine and you get more gas mileage.
Hey, do you want to take this on, D?
I'll be happy. Tom, I'll be happy to. I don't know what there is to take on. However, we have never not once, been able to get a used car warranty company to step up and cover a claim that they've previously denied.
Are you sure about that? No, I seem to remember maybe we had an expert go out and meet their expert one time, but it wasn't a complete denial the first time.
Okay, so that preceded my time helping you with your show. So I'll be happy to make some calls. I can also call Sheridan Auto Tech to see if they've ever successfully challenged a denial like this.
When you talk to the adjuster, you say, look, this is not oversized. Or are they claiming it was over or undersized?
I don't know. They're just claiming it was the wrong.
Lewis, are yours under or over?
Under.
Okay, and your mechanic said it actually
235s.
Yeah, I know. But your mechanic says it actually puts less strain on the engine.
Yes, sir.
Well, listen, like I said, and like Dimitri said, there may not be a lot of hope here. And the reason being is that they're willing to refund what you've paid in. And sometimes that's all we can do is get your money back. But we're just going to give it a try. But I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. Now, Lisa, what is your plumbing question? I happen to have the brilliant Bob Logan with me from Plumbline Services. What's going on, Lisa?
Hi. We really appreciate that.
Okay, so what's happening?
And we have a septic system, and when we turn the faucet on, you can smell sewer gas, smell gas sometimes.
Oh my
and
gosh.
not always, and it happens at two faucets, the kitchen and one faucet in the bathroom. And it's not a strong smell, but it's there. And I was
Bob,
wondering if you had any.
Anybody have any ideas? Bob, what do you think? What is your gut on this?
Well, so you said it was when you turn the faucet on, you smell it, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and the fact that you're using the kitchen, I'm assuming, quite often. My initial thought was sometimes the P-traps dry out, and
well, these are the ones that are regularly used, so that wouldn't happen.
Right, exactly.
I got an idea.
Yes, this is true.
So there is a certain contaminant in tap water that smells exactly like sewer gas. It's a sulfuric smell that comes out of tap water, and I've actually witnessed it at someone's house.
It could be just bad water supply, but I wonder why she would only smell it out of two faucets.
That's
now, if you go to the other faucets, what happens? Do you still smell anything?
No.
Huh. Just two of them. And what do those two faucets have in common? Like, are they close to each other?
No.
Let's
No,
get
one
Paul.
is,
Maybe Paul the Waterman has an idea. Kachina, see if you can get Paul the Waterman on. Just ask him, because he does a lot of water filtration and purification for people. I want to know if he's ever encountered it out of a couple faucets and see what he says. And then meanwhile, Bob, maybe you have someone at Plumline that wants to weigh in. Hold on, Lisa. We'll try to get someone to answer this. All right? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
You're right.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW. Denver.
Did she hear me on that, Paul the Waterman?
Did you hear you? Are you okay?
Why do I not
This
sound
report
right?
is
Seriously. No, seriously.
John.
Well, you came back to Lewis, and I mean, I know you're excited about stuff there, and you get distracted by the show going on. Are you sure you don't just want to retire and sit on a porch and whittle and talk to neighbors?
Maybe.
Running a little heavy.
All right.
Maybe next week.
I'd be honored to be there.
Wide open across the
Next
city.
week, maybe.
There are some delays in the
Whittle
I'll
and talk
hand
to
you-
neighbors.
I'll hand you pieces of wood and make sure your knife's sharp.
down Floyd Hill through US 6 to the Veteran Memorial Tunnels, but no rock scaling and no full-blown closure. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
I'm John Decker. Join me weekdays for 15 minutes of no-spin White House coverage, straight from the press briefing room. Subscribe now to the White House Briefing Room on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Gravinas. You know what? When I talk about Gravinas, I want you to know I know these guys. I've known them for years and years on the referral list. You know, there are more than 65 years of heritage with this family. It goes back to the dad, and then Larry branched off at 950 West Evans with his son Nick, who's currently running the place. So that's heritage and tradition other companies just dream about. But what about selection? They have more brands than any other company, 50 brands of windows. So you're bound to find the right one for you, whether it's your fix and flip, your rental, your dream home, or whatever. 303 Gravina, Gravina, multiple lines also of siding and doors. You can trust them. They've been around for years. And on a referral list, I believe 25 years. 303 Gravina.
Awesome. That was actually good.
Okay. Did you
This
wanna
is really
come on
good,
the show?
these
Give your opinion?
electrolytes. They'll encourage me to drink water.
That's why I use next.
Good morning, Troubleshooter
Okay.
Show.
Well, thanks
Did you
for
want to talk
calling.
to Tom and the gang? Don't run off. Hang on.
Good morning, Tom Martino Show.
So is there can I water them on their site, on their website?
Hello,
or can I
Tom
just
Martino
or can I
Show.
just give you the order? I want to get them as soon as possible because I was told I need electrolytes by my docs.
Hello, Tom Martino Show.
Okay, good. Good. Excellent.
Oh, there you are. Oh my God, you.
Excellent. Hey Tom, what's up with Comey?
Okay, I got you now. All right, what did you want to talk to Tom about?
I don't get it.
Okay, you kind of dropped out on the last part of that. Did you say that you had a question about?
What is this guy about? Renting real estate is such a ripoff.
Is your email address T Martino?
T Martino.
Martino works.
Or just plain. Who is this guy that's calling me a ripoff?
It's not some coworker, is it? Ding dang. Oh, God. There's a deal on kids' buffets, but I can't. Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Kachina has a worse memory than you, so feel good about yourself. She barely knows where she is right now. Awesome.
Paul from Water Pros. I got it.
Yep.
We might have some answers on that too.
You
It could just be buildup in the drains in those two specific areas, and when they turn the water on, that's when they're
Hello, Tom Martino
only
show.
getting smells there.
Don't know what's going on with our connection, but you are literally talking through a tube.
Fallopian?
Only getting about like every other word. Just take me off a speakerphone.
April.
Can't hear you at all. Sorry about that. Give me a call back.
Can't stand you. Can't stand ya. Can't stand you. It's going to ring right now. Oh, you got to get Paul. Yeah, you got to get Paul. Why haven't you gotten Paul yet? Good morning, Troubleshooter Show. Were you just talking to Kelly and she couldn't hear you? Well, I hear you just fine now. All right, maybe that's the... Listen, here's the deal. It's about 1 out of 5 calls here sound bad because of our voice over internet system that we have, voice. So thanks for calling back. I'm the idiot running the audio, so I'm no help. I'll get you back over to get your name and stuff.
You are no help.
Okay, no problem. Understood. This was actually like
761-6400.
I do have a suggestion.
All right.
You're up.
Shannon, I'm sorry. That return audio was very low. I wasn't sure. All right. Thank you. I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. We have a bit of a weird question on why am I getting sewer smells out of a couple faucets, but not out of all of them. Lisa's on a well and septic. We have a comment from, of course, today with us, our guest, Plumline Services, Bob Logan. Bob, you did some research. What did you find?
Well, after thinking about it, Tom, I don't think the well or septic has anything to do with it. The fact that it's isolated at these two drains, they get used often. Chances are there's just a lot of buildup. It's pretty common in kitchen sinks to get grease and sludge and things in them.
But then why didn't you turn on the faucet with those odors come out?
Well, because the odors are kind of trapped down in the P trap. It's kind of trapped down.
And then when you open
and
it,
then when you
draining.
when you put the water in, it's kind of forcing those smells back up. So it's not the water, probably not the water she's smelling. It's probably the odors from the drain coming up. So my suggestion is she can use our special if she wants, but to treat those two drains, get them snaked out, get them treated with. We have some organic. They're not chemicals. They're organic drain treatments that can be used to treat those odors.
Now, one thing you could do as an experiment, Lisa, is you can get a cup of water from the ones that have sewer gases, and then get a couple cups, separate cups, then go to another one that doesn't have the smell of sewer gases, then take those cups in another room and see if the water smells exactly the same. That's really important. That'll tell you if the fresh water smell is coming from, the sewer smell is coming from really one source or not. It more likely is coming, as Bob suggested, from the drains. Now, Jay has a comment on this as well. Jay, what is your comment? First on the sewer smells, sir. Go ahead. Jay?
Sure.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, there we go. That delay gets us a little sometimes. Hey, on the sewer smell, if it's two drains and it's an older house or who knows what, sometimes if it's not venting well, as water rushes down the pipe, it'll create a vacuum behind it and empty a P-trap. It'll pull the water right out of the P-trap instead of venting where it's supposed to. It'll use a P-trap, empty it, and then
Yeah, and I
sewer
think
gas
that's
gets up
kind of
in
what
the
Bob was saying on some trapped sewer gases. And what comment do you have on the tires? I'm not sure what you're commenting on.
Yeah, the tire height.
Oh, yeah,
is what
yeah.
they're
Where
denying.
the warranty company said he was using undersized tires, which altered the suspension, which nullified his warranty.
I want to put that in perspective for you.
Go ahead.
Between those two tires, the height from the center line of your axle to the highway is right around 1/16 of an inch.
You mean the difference?
The difference, the tire he's running would have a ride height.
Right,
of
I get it.
Less than 3/8 of an inch.
And you don't think it would have any bearing? And you don't think it would have any bearing on the drivability or the engine or anything?
From a new tire to an old tire is almost half an inch.
Oh, so what you're saying? Wait a minute. So them saying we're nullifying the warranty because you were using undersized tires, that would be the same as saying, wait a minute, your tires are worn out, so we're not going to cover it.
Yeah, there's only a 1/16 roughly difference between the center of the axle to the road.
Got it. And that's what counts. And you're saying on a just normal wear and tear on an old tire to a new tire could be a half inch. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that perspective. 303-713-8255. Paul the Waterman, let me bring him up real quick. Paul, we had numerous people chime in on this, including Plumline Services. I wanted you up because you do a lot of drinking water and, of course, water filtration. She's saying that a couple of her faucets, when she uses them, she smells sewer gases, and on other faucets, she smells nothing. Now, our experts doubted it's coming from the water itself and possibly could be trapped sewer gases. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's probably a ventilation issue.
Yeah.
So the vent pipe and the roof line probably has got debris, and so if it doesn't vent properly, that's where the gases are going to go.
Have you ever gone out to people for filtration because they thought the water was bad and it turned out to be they were actually getting sewer gases?
Yeah, it's happened to me a couple times, and we explain that to them. And that's exactly, venting is something people don't think about, but it's in older homes especially, and the roof line can get caught with debris, so that's something that, should be checked out and easy fix.
But of course, if you doubt your water quality, they'll do free water testing anyway at Paul the Waterman or waterpros.net. Thank you, Paul, for being on. His number is 303-862-5554. All right, Richard, who I affectionately call the limo driver. He's been listening for years. He has a comment or a question, and we'll take him right after this, plus your problems, questions, and complaints on the Troubleshooter Show.
Okay.
Now, impact traffic.
From the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by the 47 Morning Update.
Yeah, we seem to be doing pretty good right now. No big problem spots out here. 6th Avenue was the last crash that got cleared and looks better coming out of Lakewood on the eastbound side. 270 so it's a little sluggish out of Commerce City. Looks like Pena's still running a little heavy coming out of the airport, but I-25 for the most part's wide open across the city. There are some delays in the foothills, US 6 west of Golden with road work, and we're seeing a little slowing coming down Floyd Hill through US 6 to the Veteran Memorial Tunnels, but no rock scaling and no full-blown closure. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
If you voted for Donald Trump, then you've got to start your day with the 47 Morning Update with me, Ben Ferguson. All the headlines from Trump's Oval Office, it's quick, it's bold, and it's unfiltered. So download the 47 Morning Update now wherever you get your podcasts.
When you're injured in an accident, the very first thing you have are questions. I'm telling you the truth. Now, obviously, you want to take care of your medical problems. If you have pain, if you have any kind of suffering. Now, here's the deal, okay? You should know what to do next. At least, even if there's not much you should do, John Fuller is available to answer all of your questions after any kind of personal injury accident, no matter how major or minor or whatever in between it is. He will charge nothing. He will listen. He will give free legal advice and discuss it with you with no obligation whatsoever. Most attorneys at PI firms do not do that until you sign up. With John, you talk to him first. Ask to talk to John, 303-597-4500. If you do hire him, it's like most PI firms, it's on a percentage fee basis. But unlike most, you'll get his cell phone. You can call or text at any time. 303-597-4500, 597-4500.
Thank you. So I go see the Final Four movie, and they give me a Superman popcorn tin. This weekend, I go see Superman. And look at this awesome thing. They gave me a Jurassic Park popcorn vessel. That is so cool. I'm going to put a light in there. Look how neat that is.
Hello, this is Bo.
Big dinosaur.
Hi there. You did.
I'm sorry of pointing out what
So
you
I
said earlier.
texted
Upset
you the correct number. Oh, did you send it to me? Let me step out of the studio. Hold on. Yeah, that's my cell phone.
Oh, yes. I don't know why I got 6333.
All right, so listen, Diana. I tried to call this company.
He's Jason.
Jason?
Correct.
Somebody said they've used Dawn dish soap in their drains and toilets for years. Is Dawn really that good on grease and stuff?
Yeah. Yes, Tom, it is.
I didn't realize people can text me pictures on this line, which is going to mean I'm going to get a lot of dick pics now, I'm sure.
Well, not a lot, just mine. But oddly, it won't be my dick. But I've been sending you pictures of Kelly and the studio for a long time, ever since you announced the number.
This is the first one I got that I remember.
Yep, we know. No, I know that part. That part is obvious. Look at little Zelensky with big Trump. Golly, a lot of these other world leaders are itty bitty.
What are you looking at?
There was some shot of them on Fox in the portico as he greeted him out of his limo, as Trump greeted Zelensky out of the limo.
If you notice with CNN, every single shot of him is unflattering.
Yeah, the same is true with Getty Images, which we are forced to use for our blog posts and whatnot. Yep, they go out of their way to find unflattering photos of Trump. That's fine. Hey, listen. You can yuck it up with Satan later. In the meantime, shut up. Awful, awful, awful people.
You're talking about QR codes?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what you were saying. Like, if you have a QR code on your phone,
Yeah.
Can't you just hold your thumb on it?
Have you tried? I don't know. Oh, okay.
Because, a lot of people think, well, how am I supposed to take a picture of the QR code?
Right.
It's on the phone. But I think you can hold your thumb on it. It opens it up. I think. Just trying to find it. Just gonna-
right. It's almost over, Tom. I mean the show.
Yeah.
For me.
Oh.
I'll be back later. I'll be back.
That's why you're happy.
No, I got to come back and do Ryan after.
But that's really fun.
No, it's not. Here you go.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-255. Richard, the limo driver. Go ahead, Richard. What is your question?
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Richard, I love your text, by the way. Thank you for texting me so often. What's going on?
Sir. You're welcome. A big shout out to Suzanne and Mark.
Yeah.
For raising two great kids.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. Miles just closed on his house. He's up in Nebraska. He's the manager of a Walmart.
We all know this, Richard. Do you stalk them or what?
And no, I follow Suzanne on Facebook.
Oh, I see. You're following Suze.
Right
okay.
now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Capless. Awesome.
Yeah. You listen, you know what?
I got a friend.
They have two superstars. You're absolutely right.
Superstars.
Is that what you called about?
No.
Okay.
This is a bad one. I got a friend who her mother developed cancer 5 years ago. Shortly thereafter, the mother sold her house, and moved in with my friend, and my friend took care of the mother till end of life.
Okay.
And she had a couple of dogs.
So hold on. Hold on. Who actually took care of her? Was it a relative?
The mother with cancer moved into the house with my friend, and my friend took care of the mother till end of life.
And it was his mother. Is that correct?
It's a woman. It's a female. A she.
Okay. So was it her mother?
It was.
Okay.
She told me that her mother had set up a trust and a will. But, as happens so many times in these cases, her siblings are misbehaving. They're being greedy. They already took the cars.
Well, hold on.
Said,
Richard, when she died, was there a will readily available?
According to my friend, yes, and I'm going to make her produce it and take it along with her free consultation. Is it Bradley O'Brien? Who is our lawyer for trusts and wills?
Mackenzie Law.
Got it.
Dan McKenzie. Let me give you that number. He's really good. I'm not sure about free consultations. I mean, I think he might do them. I don't know personally how he handles that, but I'm sure he'll talk to you. It's 833-CO-PLANS. And if you want the number, it's 833-267-5267. He'll probably go over, whatever you need. So in any case, though, there is a will. So when you say the siblings are being unreasonable, what have they done so far, did you say?
Well, it's so bad, Tom. They want the two dogs that she's had in her house for 5 years. This is terrible.
Wait a minute. What do they want with the dogs?
Don't ask me, but I think that's where the money is going to be. If this will and trust were not set up correctly, I think she has a lawsuit against the lawyer that her mother hired to put everything in order.
No, Richard, don't even waste her time. To go after the attorney who set it all up because you think he set it up wrong with a deceased defendant, a deceased plaintiff, don't even waste your time. I mean, you know what a lawsuit against an attorney would cost just to try to ferret all that out? Listen, bro, how big is just stay out of the courts and stay out of these big disagreements, or a public administrator will be appointed. And if that happens,
I know she used the word, what do you call a court case for somebody that doesn't have a will?
It's intestate.
Probate. She used the word probate to me. I said, you got to be kidding me.
No, there's nothing wrong with
She had a trust and she had a
Richard,
will, and they're talking to you about probate?
There's nothing,
crazy.
Richard, there's nothing wrong with probate. Nothing at all.
I see.
Nothing.
Okay. It might be a good route to go.
Here's what I need to know. Is she in possession of the will and trust?
That will be a question I'll ask her today.
Okay, because all she has to do is open probate and let her attorney take care of it. Does she have an attorney?
Right. Not yet.
Okay. Well, she should immediately go with Dan McKenzie and see what's up. Even if he has to read through all of that. But she should have a hard copy of that somewhere. If not, it's going to be trouble. So I told you it's Dan McKenzie, McKenzie Law, and you can also do his website, which is I'll give it to you after the break.
Thank you.
I'll give it to him, Tom.
Thank you.
I'll give it to you, Tom, next time I see you. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
All right.
Never gonna get it.
It's amazing how many people fight after death. It's just so amazing how
They
people
should fight
turn
to the death, not
people
after.
turn into assholes. Just assholes. Isn't that shocking, too, Bob?
You didn't wait.
Not com. Okay, different.
Come on, that's funny.
CO
Yeah,
plans.
it is funny. Ha ha.
CO. And then his phone number is 833-267-5266.
Head of the class on that one.
Oh my God.
At my dad's funeral, pastor said.
I'm sorry?
Pastor said.
Yes.
I got 6 sisters, no brothers.
All right. Thank you. All right. Take care. Bye.
So close.
No, Kelly. You take care.
Even during the most of the time, the families are
Yeah, I know. It's so terrible.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
I had Mackenzie put in my will and trust that if any person decides to contest it, that they'll be automatically kicked out of the will as any inheritance.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if that's legal, but it's a scare tactic I put in my will. And so if anyone challenges it, they'll just be automatically kicked out of it.
Wow.
Where do white women at?
Like that.
Are not entitled to any inheritance.
There's somebody that makes shirts that are those scenes with the words.
Yeah.
For the white women out, there's another one that says, never mind that shit, here comes Mongo.
No, don't shoot him. You'll just make him mad. Or you piss him, make him angry.
The sheriff's in it. Boom. That's another one of the sheriffs. The sheriff is near. Oh my God. First wife and I, we used to say that at least once a week.
Yes.
The sheriff is near.
Bob, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Bob Logan?
Yes, sir.
He's there.
I'm here.
Who did your jingle, your plumb line jingle?
No, you never. He didn't touch anything, so you don't say anything.
Shoot, I can't think of the name. So it was a contact of a contact through Cronky Sports Radio. They put us in touch with, and I thought they did pretty good. I mean, they took our feedback. They went back like 15 different revisions. Didn't charge us a bunch of extra money for the revisions. So
was it a local company? Was it locally produced locally?
Now the singer was local, but that's normally not something that they would do. This is not a local company.
Okay. Bye.
I think they were out of California or Nevada, but it was just a coincidence that the singer was local.
Well, I think it came out good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I was, my marketing manager hates jingles. She hates them, and
I think it's catchy, like on the Martino show.
Well, I think they're memorable, right? And that was the whole.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them at all.
That was the whole
But I wouldn't
1877 cars for kids.
I would use them in place of a message.
And Tree Farm.
Right.
No, you still got to get your message out there. But
I like the end of the jingle where it says, "Got an electrical problem? We can handle that too."
They should have hired him to sing it.
Yeah, I got allergies today. I'm looking at the cat. So that's why my voice is rough.
Well, and we designed it purposefully so that you could use the 30-second version. You could use the last 15
did you see
seconds
how I used
or the last 6
in my
seconds.
commercials?
Yeah.
You see, I cut all different versions for you.
Yeah, and I love that. So that was the whole
I
purpose.
did a good job. I spent a lot of time. I thought it was good. You went through the trouble. I thought I would work him in and really do a good job on it.
You are. That's fantastic.
You know, I want you to know something. You know, as part of my
Uh-oh, we got cut off.
We can talk under the cone of silence.
The cone of silence.
Look for those hand gestures. Is Shannon still back there, or did he wander off to KOA?
Oh, he wandered off.
Ah. With his wheelbarrow full of snacks. Jesus.
He's a big guy. You never know when you get a little peckish.
Yeah. His Ritz crackers and 2 gallons of peanut butter.
That he puts in the fridge. Who puts peanut butter in the fridge?
He does?
Yes.
That's a little weird.
Uh-huh.
And it's not soft and creamy when you put it in the fridge.
Exactly.
This week on Red-Tailed America, we tell the story of Douglas Mackey. The man that faced a decade in prison. His crime, he posted a meme.
I should call this frickin' Fix It Right Pros again. Bastards. Da-da. Online services. Boothound.
Good afternoon, Tom Martino Show. I'm sorry, I only got about every second word of what you were saying. Can you take me off speakerphone?
Never.
Sure.
Okay, that's better. What is your first name?
Take her off. Put her. Do it live.
Oleg? O-L-E-G? All right, Oleg, what can I help you with today?
Tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. We are here for the second half of the Troubleshooter Show, fighting for you and doing what we can to make your troubles go away. All you have to do is call us. This hour brought to you by my friend Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. He will, with a phone call and a request, do a free market analysis of your home. See, a lot of people are hesitant about listing their home right now, thinking it's a buyer's market. But Frank will do a complete analysis with the comps, the neighborhood, the interest rate, supply and demand, and give you a realistic idea of what your house will sell for, what you will net, even what you can buy, free of charge. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. No obligation. 303-920-1622. So we've had quite a discussion on a lot of crap today. No, on sewer smells, different kinds of slow, sluggish drains, and, plumb line services as our guest today. and they have a special all the time, 93 are free, which means a sluggish drain, 93. If they can't clear it, it's free for $93. If they do clear it, it's 93. But along with either one of them, whether it's free or whether you pay the 93, they can give you a diagnostic of why it's sluggish or slow. And of course, they always give free second opinions on drains, and they're happy to do it for you. And that's Plumline Services. And now we have a comment from Oleg. Some woman called and says she gets a smell on a sewer gas odor from two faucets. And our experts have all thought it must be the drains in not the water supply, but the drains in those two bathrooms, or two. One might be a laundry, one might be a kitchen. Doesn't matter. In those two rooms, there must be a drain problem letting the gases come through, and it's not the water supply, or the water supply would have that smell around the house. Oleg has a comment on that, a listener. Thank you, Oleg. What is your comment?
Yeah, this is Oleg, the furniture doctor, Oleg. How are you, Tom?
Oh, thank you for calling, Oleg. I'm doing fine.
So I had this happen. When you look under the sink, and you see the drain pipes, there is a little pipe goes up almost under the sink on the other side, closer to the other side, to the back, and there is a little filter on that little pipe.
A filter?
When this filter gets bad, gets stuck, it's something like, I don't remember the name.
Wait. Oleg,
he's
are
talking
you talking
about a Studer vent.
Talking about a filter on the drain?
Yes, it's in the drain, connected to the drain. It stands straight up, and it's just removed. There is not even.
I've never heard of a drain filter. Honest to God, Oleg, all I have under my drains. Okay, now listen carefully. It comes down from the sink about 3 or 4 inches, and then the drain pipe goes to a P trap, which is like a, that little loop it makes. Not a loop, but like an S turn, and then it goes straight out and down. But you're saying after that loop or that S, there's a filter?
There's somewhere in the back, if you look up to the back of the sink, you will see it, especially when you have your sink and your dishwasher together. This filter installed in there, so when you use a lot of hot water, gas can come up because of the pressure, but this filter keeps it down.
Huh.
He might be talking about a Studer vent.
What is that? Tell me what that is.
Whatever.
Bob, what is did you call it a scooter vent?
Studer, S-T-U-D-O.
What is a Studer vent?
Well, I think that's what he's looking at.
Yeah, Oleg, not all drains have what you're talking about, just so you know.
Well, when I had the smell, I Googled it, and this was exactly what
I get it, but that's on yours, because not all drains have them. I can tell you for sure they don't. I mean, now the Studer, I know exactly what you're talking about now that I see it. And I know that, wait a minute, I have seen that before. Where have I seen this vent before? It's put on drains, Bob. Do you guys do those?
Yeah, they're also called air admittance valves. They're used to vent plumbing systems. So now he might have something special that I'm unaware of, but my guess is that what he's talking about is
about something in line with the drain. You're talking about something that comes up from the drain, right?
It's like a little pipe come from the drain,
right,
and
gotcha.
on the top of the pipe.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Filter. Well, the purpose of that Studer vent, why would they have excess? Why would they have more? Is it for that one sink maybe because of its distance from the vent?
It's for venting for that sink, yes.
So it's aiding in the venting already in the home, because homes have, most of the time, their vents go to the roof, right?
Up through the roof, yes.
You'd be surprised how many people have plugged vents and they don't know it. Plumbing vents are really important.
Yeah, I mean...
Thank you for calling, by the way. Okay, thanks. Go ahead. Bob.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were hanging up,
No,
but
yeah, I did.
yeah. So these vents that go through the roof, they're for venting. So think of a straw. If you stick a straw in a drink and you put your finger over it and pull it out, it won't drain until you lift your finger up. And that's what those vents are kind of designed
In
to do.
fact,
But you can get leaves in there. Birds will put stuff in there.
Nothing demonstrates this better. I have a gasoline tank I use, a gasoline bottle, not a bottle, but a tank, the 5-gallon tanks. And one time I didn't like the way it was pouring. It would dum, 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 because the water's going in, water's coming out from the nozzle. Or from the opening. So I drilled a little hole in the top of the tank. And what I do is meter, and I use it to drain, and then I can put my finger on it to slow down the flow or to speed it up. And it's way at the tippity top of the tank where you wouldn't fill to gas anyway, so it's not leaking. And, you learn a lot about venting. Venting is very important. And a lot of people spend a lot of money looking for drain problems when really they look at the vent. So when you guys go out and look at sluggish drains, is that one of the things you check?
It depends on the situation.
Well, on the 93 are free. If you can't get it unclogged, you give estimates.
Right.
And that's based on a number of different factors.
Could be the venting, could be a number of different factors, yes.
All right. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Boy, it's been a busy morning. And I like to recap things that we have learned today. And one is when you rent a condo, more and more management companies and landlords disclaim any damages to your personal property, even if caused by the negligence of the owner or landlord. Let me explain this. What does that mean? That means if they forgot something or did something stupid in the building or fixing of stuff or lack of maintenance, you are literally saying to the landlord or the management company, we're not going to hold you responsible if something happens and my personal property is destroyed. Now, that does not mean wanton or intentional. Let me explain what that means. If you know there is an existing problem that could cause damage because it has before, you can probably get around that waiver and that disclaimer because they knew about it and they knew for the potential of damage, and that could somehow get you over that. Another one is wanton or it purposeful. If they did something to they didn't like you or they want you to move out, so they sabotage something, that obviously is not covered by the disclaimer. I always give a stupid example of how disclaimers don't work all the time. I would give because this did happen. This is a true story. His name was Ollie. He owned a dude ranch for horseback riding. And he would rent to a lot in upstate New York. He would rent to a lot of people who came up from the city, and they were obnoxious. Some of them even mistreated horses. I don't mean like cruelty, but, like whipping them or hitting them, and just doing stupid things. So one time Ollie went up and said, you forgot to sign this disclaimer. The guy signs the disclaimer that the place would not be responsible for any damages, loss, or anything, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as the guy signed it, Ollie punched him. Oh my God. And for the horses. And so Ollie always had people sign this waiver. And the guy went after Ollie saying it didn't cover you intentionally, which was true. So, but the point is those disclaimers do go a long way, but not for wanton, intentional destruction of personal property. So here's what the point I'm trying to make is that if you're renting, get renter's insurance. For sure. It's the absolute cheapest, best insurance you're going to get. Okay. And then, of course, if you're going to invoke the Warranty of Habitability Act, which really says that there must be certain habitability standards. And if you don't have them, you're allowed to make the landlord fix them or move out without any penalties or use your rent to fix them, but you have to do it the proper way. I put together a step-by-step guide. It does not substitute for legal advice. It's in addition to your legal advice. It's a step-by-step guide. So you can find that. If you want it, you email us, help@troubleshooter.com, and I'll send out the PDF document. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And speaking of plumbing today, nothing comes close to these beautiful walk-in showers by Renew Home Innovations.com. They do beautiful, beautiful porcelain walls, if you want them, that look like, I mean, they're so rich looking. And of course, they have a selection of many, many colors, and they do it in 2 or 3 days. And then you have months to pay without any kind of interest. 303-904-2000, 904-2000. RenewHomeInnovations.com.
Man, I am happy to tell you about the only realtor that made the cut for Team Dave Logan, and that is Troy Hansford. I recommend Troy because he's the only agent that will guarantee to sell your home at your price, or he'll write you a check for $5,000. And the good news, he puts that in writing. He can make that guarantee because he spends tens of thousands of dollars generating demand. And right now, he has hundreds of approved home buyers ready to buy. He just doesn't have enough houses. So if you have a house, Troy might have that perfect buyer for you right now. Give him a call, 720-900-4433. Let me give you a story. Just last week, Troy listed a house that was on the market for almost a month. You know what? Troy sold it for full price in less than a week. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy will buy your house for all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy and get your home sold for the most money. 720-900-4433. Again, that's 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford with RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions apply.
You know, surfers look at waves and they don't always take the first or second wave, maybe not the third. They try to find the right wave. That was the reasoning behind the name of my wealth management company, Wave 8 Wealth Management, Wave 8. And what I want to tell you is this. The way we're different is very simple. We are truly financial advisors. Why do I say that? Because the truth is, 98% of the time, when you go to find a financial advisor, they're just going to take your money and place it with a broker dealer or with a larger advisor. And they don't know you and they don't customize it. We customize for everyone individually. You are our client and my money is invested 100% in this company. That is my pledge to you. If you want a consultation, you will see for yourself. We will show you every single trade we've ever done. Wave 8 Capital.com, the number 8, wave8capital.com, or call us 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. Let's talk about personal injury. If you're ever injured, you may want to know what the hell is going on. What are my rights? What do I do? You can't call most PI or personal injury firms and get those answers directly from the chief attorney because they want you to sign up first. There's nothing wrong with that. But John Fuller works a different way. He'll talk to you before you sign up. Any inquiries you have with no obligation to sign up ever. John Fuller will answer your questions, give you free legal advice about your case. If you decide to hire him, it's on a percentage fee basis. You even get his cell phone. You can call or text at any time. That's personal. For personal injury, John Fuller, 303-597-4500, 597-4500. I wouldn't mind. Thank you so much. Yeah, you know, the espresso. Yeah, regular crap. Oh, no, it's wonderful. Hey, okay, I got it. Now I know who's on the board. Mr. Nonsense. How you doing, brother?
Good, buddy. Yourself?
Okay.
You gonna get the door?
Yeah. By the way, I do have food coming, so you're right.
See?
But you don't know when, so you don't know when to do it. Let me look at this. Let me look at this DoorDash. Oh, this guy's making all kinds of conniptions to get here. You can see all the loops. Why do they make all these loops and turns and all of that crap?
They gotta make a dozen stops before they even get to you.
Damn it, I forgot to put in barbecue sauce. Damn it. Now I'm just going to have straight, like, probably Chick-fil-A sauce. Yeah, today is chicken strip day. Do you think we'll be better off after the Trump presidency? I really think.
Fiduciary Advisors, TrajanWealth.com.
Am I up? Because I don't hear any music. Okay. Hey, Tom Martino, you are a troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. Bob Logan is with us from Plumbline Services. Bob, we do have a number of inquiries on drains. You know, drains, why are they such a problem? I think that a lot of influx of homes were built in the 80s. We had a big influx of people in the late 70s, early 80s. And I think those drains are just coming, you know, if they weren't done right, you're going to notice. And one of the biggest problems we find are bellies. Explain what that is.
Yeah. So a belly is almost exactly how it sounds. And
so it's a dip, not a bulge.
Exactly. If you pictured a horizontal line, a perfect horizontal line, and that's your drain, and you had a dip down,
like a half moon or crescent moon.
Exactly. Water's going to collect there. Debris is going to,
and then it collects for a while before it eventually causes a problem.
It depends on the line. Typically in a main line that's 4 inches. Typically 4 inches.
And can you do a pinpoint? Can you do a repair in the section needed? Or when do you recommend they don't do that?
You can. So it depends on when the home was built, how many issues they're having, when they're having the issues. So if we identify one specific problem, we'll give you an option to fix that one specific area. Now, you were talking about the age of the homes. In the homes before the 80s, they used what's mostly in Colorado, which use clay tile, which is, if you think about those old, terra pots.
They actually used clay pipe
The clay pipe, correct. And
that terracotta color.
That's exactly right. And so it comes in sections, and they're prone to crack, and you get root intrusion, infiltration.
Now, if somebody has an existing one like that, can you do a liner?
You can do a liner.
Explain what that is first.
So a liner is so you're basically blowing.
A soft plastic.
Picture those balloons that they use to create circus animals and stuff like that.
Right.
You're basically blowing a long, narrow balloon through the pipe, and it's got an adhesive on the outside of it, and then you inflate it.
And the inflation goes up against the old pipe.
Correct.
Seals every crack and crevice, and then hardens.
That's exactly right. And so
wonderful technology.
It is a wonderful technology. I'm not hesitant, but I think it has its use. I would rather do a pipe burst if that's possible.
Okay, but explain when you would not use the liner.
Well, again, if
there's a belly, it's not going to correct the belly.
It's not going to correct the belly. If you have some inconsistencies throughout the pipes, if there's offsets, so sometimes
like a turn.
A slight turn is okay, but again, if pipes, because they came in sections, if they start to become slightly separated, things like that,
then the liner will get kinked.
Correct. So
it's got to be a pretty good bad pipe.
You know what I mean. Exactly.
It has to have like a moldable shape.
Or if the pipe, so like the old lead pipes, for example, kitchen lines, galvanized pipes, things like that, you're basically shrinking over time because the corrosion that builds up inside them. So the pipe, once you line it, it's going to make that even smaller.
Right, I gotcha. But liners do have its place.
Liners definitely have their place, and we will do those. Typically, we're doing an excavation or a pipe burst.
Now,
those are the best options.
We know what an excavation is when you just replace the damn line.
You're just digging up the entire line, right, or the spot that you're repairing and replacing.
But you dig it up, you fix it, you put it back. And the new materials being used for drains, plastic, PVC.
Yep, SDR.
And that's a lifetime.
I mean, they'll last 700 years. So the material in itself, you're never going to have a problem with the material. If you have a problem after we do a repair, it's a workmanship issue. Right. It's not a material issue.
So now let's talk about pipe bursting. I want to do that coming back. You know, I think the technology is wonderful, but people, the reason we're doing this, there are so many ripoffs in the drain industry, I promise you. In fact, you don't even know if the video you got was truly from your drain. And there are only a few companies that I truly recommend on my referral list for this. I'm serious. Now, even some of them are great plumbers. You know, they use subcontractors for certain sections of this, okay? That doesn't mean they're automatically bad. But, you know, some companies, they have their own equipment and do all of their own work directly. So it's something to ask about. So we'll talk about what's called pipe bursting. Drain issues. I'm just going to tell you something. If you've recently moved into a home, and I would say, Bob, drain issues, if there was a bedding problem with the pipe and bellies develop, or humps in the line develop, or breaks in the line, they're going to start showing up, 10 years?
It all depends, because we have a lot of bentonite around this area, but yes.
Let's say if you're in a home 10 years or older, you know, you may start having some problems. Your first sign is going to be sluggish drains. And remember, when you have to snake out a drain every year or every 2 or every 3 years even, that's an indication it's only going to get worse. It never, ever gets better. And I know you think, well, let me just put it off. But there are financing options available too. Drains are something you should not put off. Anyway, we have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255. By the way, One Clear Choice Garage Doors for all your garage door needs, including openers, springs, components of the door, 24/7 service. I love One Clear Choice Doors. They've been to my house to do new openers about 6 times, different houses. I love them. 720-370-3987. Truly a garage door company you can trust. And as I said, they're also, all their prices are on their website, oneclearchoicedoors.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
From the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
All right, not too bad on the drive out here for us. We're not dealing with anything major, no problem spots such as accidents. Got a little bit of volume on I-25 coming in and out of downtown. I-70 heading east between Havana and Peoria, as well as west from Colorado over to Brighton. Even 270, a little sluggish there out of Commerce City. Into the foothills, we're still seeing some slowing up Clear Creek Canyon west of Golden, but a little bit further west in the mountains. I-70 is jamming due to maintenance work near the Eisenhower Tunnel. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This week on Red Pilled America, we tell the story of Douglas Mackey, the man that faced a decade in prison. His crime? He posted a meme. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
Vestera Turnkey is a program to become a landlord without the conventional risks or hassles. See, Vestera has proprietary research into markets where equity growth, the potential for that is very strong, and rents are very reasonable but strong. And what you can do is buy a home there through their assistants, their brokers, and then they help you manage the home through management companies they're affiliated with. Then they help you with every aspect of owning that home. They even take your phone calls. Then what happens after the hand-holding, they tell you or recommend when to sell the house. You always have full control, but if you follow their recommendations, you can get tremendous returns. Vestera, Vestera, like investing in the earth, Vestera. VesteraTurnkey.com, or you can find out more about them by simply calling them directly. They love talking. 303-888-3788. I did order food, not for you guys, but the offer was open, and it is done.
So is it by the door?
That's what they said. Geez, I never had that. Yeah, there it goes. I just heard him. Oh, I better run up there right now.
It's an unusual place.
Thank you.
Is there a benefit to putting that liner in as a preventive measure?
Oh, that ain't a terrible
Yeah,
idea.
I mean, you could if you did have old clay pipes, you could put it in as a preventive measure. I've never had anybody ask that before. I mean, it's a lot of money.
It is.
Yeah.
Roughly speaking, like in West Highlands, where I used to buy.
Like if you were looking at $10,000 or $12,000.
Yeah, that's why I've never had anybody.
Yeah. People don't do anything for preventative measures in their homes. They wait till it breaks and then they call us.
I'm one of those who really likes preventative measures.
Yeah, you're a rarity.
Hey, did you get the invitation to Meat Fest?
I did, but I'll be out of town.
Well, you should reschedule a trip.
Dang you.
It's Meat Fest.
I know. I heard all the great things about it last year, and I was jealous. And Sue sent it to me, but
All right, but
thank you though.
we have an award ceremony. You could have gone home with an award for Meat Fest spirit. Best meat, unusual animal, kinds of absurd things.
What has been the most unusual animal in the past that you can remember?
With lion, usually
Yeah.
like zebras and stuff. We have lion toys.
Really? Wow.
But I don't like to eat unusual meats. I just want the most delicious ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's usually cow.
Yep. You know what? Hippopotamus was amazingly delicious.
Is that what you're bringing this year?
No, but I had it
Where'd you have that?
at Safari Club.
Oh, okay. Here's your chance. We've never had hippopotamus.
It was greasy, kind of. Not greasy, but moist. No, it was very good. You know that pork consistency where it's juicy, but it didn't have any of the dry part of the pork. See, pork is mostly dry. I don't care what you say, no matter how you cook it. Right?
Think?
Most of the time.
Well, if you have like pork loins, yeah, pork loins are typically, I mean, they dry out. Yeah.
Or a pork chop in the middle of it, you know.
Those are extremely lean cuts
Right,
of meat.
right.
The only really fatty part.
For the first time in my adult life, I actually have to rent a tux because of my size, and I can't buy. No, for this event we're going to. It's called the FET. Anyway,
Local fiduciary advisors,
my
TrajanWealth.com.
Denver's
literally
talk
look like a
station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, and so glad to have you. Bob Logan from Plumline Services is with us, and we've been talking about different methods for changing your drain lines because look at a lot of homes are coming up on 10, 20 years, 15 years. If they weren't done right to begin with, if you have clay pipe, if you have old, what other kind of pipe? Lead?
I mean, in the last, really since the 80s, everything's plastic, Tom. So if you're not experiencing issues, chances are pretty good you won't be. I'm not saying you won't, but it's the homes that were built before then that have the old clay pipes, or there's another one called Orangeburg. There's a few different ones, but those are the ones that are typically giving you problems.
So pipe bursting, we're going to talk about a technology called pipe bursting. Now, you have an existing sewer line, no matter how bad it is. It goes from the house to the street. To dig all that up and to replace it is a job, and it's going to cost you. What if you could replace it without digging that much? So let's describe pipe bursting and how that works. Bob Logan is with us from Plumline Services. Explain that to us, sir.
Yeah, so pipe bursting, in a typical scenario, let's say you're replacing your entire line, we would dig a hole by the house, and then we would dig another one out in the street.
And the one by the house would connect to the house.
Yeah, correct. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run a cable down through the line and then connect what's called a bursting head. It's usually 6 inches.
It looks like a big bullet.
It looks like a big bullet. And then we're going to
pull that through or push it.
We pull it. So we're going to attach a plastic line to the end of that bullet and then pull it through your old line.
So it's breaking the old sewer.
Correct.
And it is pulling the new one in its place.
That's correct.
And when you're done, the old one is smithereens and the new one is in place.
That's exactly right. And
when you
is
is there an old line you can't pipe burst, like a lead? Can you pipe burst lead?
You can, but I mean typically you wouldn't find lead here in
Not
Colorado.
lead. I'm sorry.
But,
I meant to say
galvanized.
Yes.
Galvanized. There's concrete.
Can you go through a galvanized pipe and burst it?
So, well, I don't know if we've really
It's
experienced
mainly
that.
made for
It's
ceramic
either
and all
concrete, clay,
yeah.
Orangeburg. Yes,
you can blast right through them.
Correct. No problem.
And then a new one is in its place.
New one. It's plastic. It's called SDR. It's not going to, like I said, it's going to last 700 years. You're never going to have problems again. But again, if you have a severe belly in the line, you can't pipe burst.
Oh, really?
If you
Because
have
it'll follow the same line.
Because it'll follow the same line. If it's a slight belly.
I wonder this. Could you pipe burst and then where there's a belly go and just fix that area of new pipe burst?
Yeah, or we could, because we could dig a hole right there. So
Right.
you might have an additional hole. But again, when you do a full excavation, you're tearing up your entire yard with a pipe burst.
What percentage of your drains right now can use newer technology for lesser cost? What percentage of them? As opposed to what percentage needs full excavation?
I would say 70%.
Are using new technologies?
Yeah.
Really? So 70% of the time, if you're one of them, you can use newer technology to reduce your cost. Now, that doesn't mean it's cheap. It's never cheap. But it's certainly better than excavating the entire yard.
It's typically a little less expensive, and then you're not tearing up all your landscaping, so you don't have all the landscaping costs that go along with it either.
Somebody just texted and they want to know, are there warranties on drains?
We do have warranties on our drains, but in a situation like this, on our repairs, when we do a repair, we have a lifetime warranty, Tom. Lifetime. So if you ever have any problem whatsoever with that drain after we've done a repair, you'll never pay another penny.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Because again, at that point, it's not the material, it's workmanship, and we're human beings. We do 2,000 of these jobs a year, and we do make a mistake once in a while, but we're going to stand behind it.
Okay, so today, in addition to plumbing, we also had another. I like to review at halftime what we talked about and what we've learned. We've learned that when you are fired from a job resulting from a disability, unless they have no other reasonable accommodation, that you can't be fired, or if you are, you're eligible for unemployment. What I did not know, and we found out today, is it covers sleep apnea. If sleep apnea causes you to be tired, run down, and you start falling asleep on the job, if it's not a job where you're endangering lives or anything like that, if it is, by the way, they should try to make reasonable accommodations and put you in another position. If you are in a position where lives are not endangered, they should make reasonable accommodations for that. Yes, sleep apnea and napping on the job, nodding off, is protected under the ADA, which I find amazing. What were you going to say, Deputy D?
You know, Tom, you brought us back to the caller from first thing this morning who was fired because of, job performance due to severe sleep apnea. But there's something you don't know about that particular gentleman. And I mean this very
How do you know him?
Well, he called us a couple of weeks ago on your day off. And Mark took the call. And I mean this very respectfully with hopes that he's going to get some serious help. The gentleman in question told us voluntarily that he weighs over 500 pounds.
What?
Yeah, and I bring that up because getting fired from the AutoZone job is literally the least of his problems. And Mark and he had the conversation about this on the air.
Now, if anyone needs Ozempic or one of those drugs, he does.
The shots, Mark, the shots or whatever. But believe me, I think that it seems to me like this gentleman is spending his time and effort really on the wrong problem. Because if he doesn't address the 500 plus weight, he's going to die very soon.
Or sooner than he should.
Sooner than he should. But, think about it. You really don't see old, really fat people.
Not that big, for God's sakes. More than, did he really say more than 500 pounds?
He's over 500 pounds. And man, I just hope he gets help for that. It's a desperate emergency situation for him, not the loss of the job.
All right. Now, Bob Logan, we got a question about water pressure. They hate their water pressure. They want higher water pressure. Now, if you're on city water, is water pressure pre-designated? You are not allowed to change your water pressure, or are you? What's the rule on that?
So the city or the municipality regulates the water pressure. So there's only so much you can do.
But you may not be getting the right water pressure to your home, right?
You might not be getting the right water pressure. Now, most new homes have what's called a pressure regulating valve. And the reason being is that high water pressure, anything over 75 PSI, can cause damage to your plumbing system, your appliances, things like that. And so you got a pressure regulating valve. That pressure regulating valve might be turned down to 50 or 60. So you could turn it up to the maximum possible.
Right.
And that could fix the problem. If that doesn't fix the problem, then it's the incoming water from the city or municipality that's it is what it is.
And is there something you can do or another? No, here's what I mean. If the water pressure is too high, does it cause harm?
It can, yes, and that's why. In fact, if you look in like for your dishwasher, washing machine, in the warranties, they say if your water pressure exceeds 75 psi, they may not cover it under warranty. So yeah, high water pressure. The way I describe it, it's like high blood pressure. I mean, it may not cause problems today,
yeah.
but over time,
And it's going to wear stuff
over
down.
time, it's going to wear stuff down. And high water pressure does the same thing to your plumbing system. You'll get leaks in the toilets. You'll get leaks in your showers, your faucets. It causes all sorts of chaos down over time.
All right. Frank Duran, the real estate man. Remember, free market evaluations of your home. You can find out what it will sell for, what you will clear, and what you can buy. That's all free of charge. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast.
Pretty easy Monday driving throughout the Denver Metro. I-25 northbound, slower speeds between Alameda and Colfax, adding about 5 minutes to your commute. 6th Avenue eastbound, some stop and go on the off-ramp to I-25 southbound. I-70 eastbound to DIA, slower speeds between Peoria and Pena Boulevard. About a 5-minute delay there as well.
Me too.
With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
I'm Buzz Knight, host of the Taking a Walk podcast. Step with us into the world of music. I bring you up-close conversations with new and legendary musicians. For one of the best music interview podcasts, listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Red Rocks Roof and Solar can fix you up with solar if you have a commercial operation, an agribusiness, work it, even something out of your home. You can also have a strip mall, be a landlord, tenants and apartments. Here's what they do. They fix you up and try to get you a government grant to pay for all of it or most of it. And then they help you collect or show you how to collect retail on the electric you're selling and making profit and selling back to the grid. Listen, they're the experts in commercial solar and how it can make you money and save the environment at the same time, right? 303-704-2449. 303-704-2449. redrocksrs.com. Discountbath.com. Now, I always say this, okay? The words you don't normally hear, bath and discount. Discount Bath can do a great bathroom for you at a discount. And they invite you to go to their website and put them to the test, because when you go to discountbath.com, you can apply for an upload link and they will send it to you where you can upload video. So with your smartphone, you go to the hallway or to the master bath or to the downstairs in the basement where it's roughed in, or the Jack and Jill, and you say, I want to put a sink here. I want to put my walk-in shower here. I want to move this. I want to do that. I want to do this. They'll give you a price on the phone. Online. They'll give you a price without ever coming to your home. Now, of course, if you want to talk to them, they'd love to talk to you. But they challenge you to put them to the test because they do believe in the word discount. 720-979-2322.
On for me.
Oh, my food. How much time do I have?
3.
Oh, never mind. I'll just have to go up later.
You heard the doorbell earlier. What's the problem?
Get started.
That was a quick hit. I should say cut.
Like Joseph, essential for anyone planning for retirement. Maximize your potential. Call for a complimentary review of your current retirement plan with Joseph, who has helped thousands of clients become financially secure without losing money to stock market volatility. Call 844-315-7233. That's 844-315-SAFE or mymoneymyway.com.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Man, I'm happy to tell you about the only realtor that made the cut for T and Dave Logan, and that is Troy Hansford. I recommend Troy because he's the only agent that will guarantee to sell your home at your price, or he'll write you a check for $5,000. And the good news, he puts that in writing. He can make that guarantee because he spends tens of thousands of dollars generating.
Okay.
Right now, he has hundreds of approved home buyers ready to buy.
How's the chicken?
Oh, it's delicious.
See? So glad to hear it.
Of
Chick-fil-A
course.
is hard to beat. They do have good chicken.
Yeah, I think they
even
put a
ring the
little
doorbell.
sugar on that shit. Sugar the bane.
Sprinkle it with crack.
Yeah. Well, not good news on that auto warranty denial.
Oh, okay.
I spoke with
Talk about it.
I spoke with two different experts on it.
You know, I've never, ever heard of anybody with a home warranty or car warranty like that that says, man, that was worth every penny I spent.
So misleading.
It's the Dan Kaplan Show. Afternoons 4 to 6. Don't miss this Monday at 4:36. Jill Osa.
Contributor to Do Better Denver, she came under attack from the Denver Post. So the courageous Jill Osa joins us Monday at 4:36.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-8255. And Dennis has a question on water pressure as well. Dennis, go ahead. What's going on with you, Dennis?
Hi, Tom. Say, we've recently started having a water hammering problem. We have a pressure relief valve. I guess my question is, how long did those valves usually hold up for? Because we had the city Thornton Water come out. They did a pressure test at the meter. It was 90 pounds. And then at the house, it was 85 pounds, which I thought was pretty high, especially since sprinkler lines are only good for 100 PSI. And they said a lot of times they have houses that have 115, 120 PSI to their house.
That's
okay. Hold on. I want to ask you something first. What the hammering part? Does that have to do with pressure, or
it absolutely most likely is, yes. So chances are the pressure regulating valve failed, and because it's got high water pressure coming into the house, it's hammering when it's getting turned on.
Okay, so did you have it turned down, Dennis, or are you asking about that now?
Well, we've never adjusted it. It just started about a month ago, and then
and those valves can go bad, right, Bob?
They can go bad at any time.
Which would allow more pressure. It doesn't. When it goes bad, it opens, doesn't close.
Correct. And so my recommendation is if the city's tested your water at 85 or 90, again, the maximum a pressure regulating valve will allow you to go inside the house is 75. So that tells me that it failed
okay.
without even.
And by the way, Dennis, it doesn't cost much to have that regulator valve tested and replaced.
Yeah. So how can you adjust it, though? You just turn it
you can try to do yourself, but it's really, you won't know how to do it. But it really is just a turning up or down. But most likely, if it just drifted to hammering and higher, it's going bad. It's not holding the pressure. That's what it's telling you, because the water pressure valve, when it fails open, meaning it'll let high, and you don't, I mean, if it totally failed, you could do some serious damage in your house.
Yeah, if it failed, you won't be able to adjust it.
You won't be able to adjust it, and you could look at some serious damages to everything where water goes. So if I were you, I don't know, plumb line. If for a call like that, it can't be that much just to check the water valve.
No, in fact, if you want to give Kachina your information offline, I'll send a plumber out. We normally charge $49 as our trip charge to come out and diagnose a problem. But I'll waive that charge for you. We'll come out. We'll see if it is indeed the pressure regulated
You'll
valve.
have a plumber from Plumbline Services come out and check it free. And that's really what you need, somebody you can trust. Kachina, get his information. Bob will contact him. And by the way, for those listening, they're at 303-586-1086. Plumblineservices.com, 303-386-1086. I got a text here on... Tom, I didn't fully understand. You were trying to tell me how to get a good used car value and not to go after the best new cars out there when they're slightly used. And I want you to go over that again. I will do that and more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. And remember, you can always call 303-MARTINO 24/7, 303-627-8466.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and forward all of your information that I have here to Bob Logan from Plumbline, and he'll be in touch with you, okay? No problem. Thank you. Okay, you take care. Bye.
Do you travel much?
Yeah, I don't like to travel.
No?
I don't like foreigners, and I don't want to travel. So I just stay here. I have plenty of hobbies that keep me around town.
Yeah.
We also could have had a discussion about the town pump, the ale house, Coopersmith, Prime Minister. Remember all those places?
Prime Minister. I still got my half yard from the Prime Minister.
Everybody stole the big half yard.
Well,
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, dude. See? I wanted to hear about all that.
For every 10 you got, they gave you some kind of little prize. Maybe it was a free appetizer or something like that. But then when you got to 100, you got a half yard on a stand with your name engraved on it. You got your name on the board.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, that's right. Not all of them were stolen. Did you ever go to the ale house in Old Town? That's the place that had the free peanuts
Hello, this
in a
is
bucket,
Bo again.
and then you throw the
I'm
shells
trying
on
to
the
get
floor.
a hold of Jose Gomez or a
That was-
manager there at the.
to this day, that's my
Fix
favorite bar
Right
ever.
Bros. This is
It's called
my
the Ale
third
House.
phone
It's
call.
gone. It was like a long, skinny,
Again, I'm
like,
calling
Old West
about
kind of a
Diana's
space
swamp
in
cooler
Old Town, just
install
around
that you
from
guys did
old Chicago.
April, and she's
And
had a lot of trouble with it. It's
oh
not
God, I've
getting up
logged
to
so many
high
hours at
speed.
that Old Chicago.
I read your contract. You have a 3-year unconditional labor warranty and
Oh,
apparently a
yeah, I
20-year
don't remember. Yeah, I mean, sure, you're right. I just went there for pizza and beer all the time.
I'm calling you
And then
off
it
air.
was the bookstore's called the
Could give me
Stone
a call
Lion
back so we could get this
in Old Town,
resolved,
and
so
Ale
we
House
do
is just
not
around the
have
corner
to
from
bring it
them.
up on air.
And when they renovated the Stone
number's
Lion, they were knocking down some of the interior walls,
you could give
and they found a
Diana a
gold
call
treasure in one of the
get a
walls.
service technician out there to
real
repair it.
Like
Based
real
on
gold,
my
like
understanding,
a bag of
it just seems
coins
like it's a
from the Old
wiring
West
issue in
days.
the thermostat
Yeah.
or in the two-speed motor.
If I found it, nobody would
You
have
could
heard
call
about
me.
it.
I would
I can't believe they
really
publicized it.
Appreciate it, so we could get this resolved
Yeah,
for
man, that
your
was
customer.
I loved Old Town. And the Town
Thank you.
Pump was that bar with 6 seats. That's all it had. Yeah, it was next to the Northern Hotel, and that bar is still there. And oh, that's Marc Mager is calling, so that's very odd. Hello, this is Dimitri. Hi, hi, Mark. How's it going? Yeah, I got a video, so I'm pretty sure I have video and photos and a license plate number of the scammer. And Well, because he was really suspicious. He hung out for half an hour. Looked like he was waiting for somebody. Never contacted the teller. He didn't have any business in the bank. And furthermore, he admitted, subsequent to the visit to the bank, he admitted to our caller that he was at the bank waiting for him, and our caller never showed up. So I spoke with Wheat Ridge PD again and told them that, hey, I have suspect information, and they're going to have me appended to the police report as soon as our caller files the police report. Yeah, he was a huge douche. He looked like the typical Instagram douchebag, like with a t-shirt and pants that are too tight, giant watch, posing in front of a rented Lamborghini. And his behavior was suspicious because he didn't seem to have any business at the bank with the bank. He just plopped down in their lobby in one of the chairs. So the guy told him what vehicle he was going to be driving, and our guy's he's obviously an elderly gentleman, so I think that's how he was supposed to recognize our caller. Now the scammer is supposed to show up in a black limousine with 2 FBI agents, but he showed up in a pickup truck, like a nice new Ram pickup truck with 2 blacked out windows. I think it's him. Yeah, that's why I said
For you on flying?
Really, whatever works for you, Tom.
I mean, as far as in the long run for lessons.
So Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I'm pretty wide open. So I set all my appointments on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I leave Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays kind of open for just taking care of stuff.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
Yeah, so
Good.
I can be very flexible.
Okay. And weekends are mainly for family.
Yeah, typically.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I just
Sundays we go to church together, and then
Yeah.
and then get together. Saturdays it's just kind of hit or miss.
Okay.
But like early on a Saturday morning or something like that.
That was Mark calling me about that scammer at the bank on Friday.
What about it? Oh, what about it?
He wanted to know if I found the scammer.
Oh.
I said, I'm pretty sure I did, but then the scammer got a call from the radio show.
Oh, that. Yeah, that was
and
great.
I'm afraid that
Great radio.
I'm afraid that we lost the scammer.
We're coming up. It should be.
Island Lofts.
Get with the former Deputy National Security Advisor to President Trump, Victoria Coates on the meeting with Putin, what happens now, and more. Plus, Cahill fills us in on the response from Europe, and then some on the Joe Pag Show. Tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, and you are on the Troubleshooter Show, the longest running radio show with the same host currently on the air. And we love doing what we do. We love solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, and making your life just a little easier. Now, we had Deputy D working on something here. I want to bring up our wide shot. If you're streaming on YouTube, look for Troubleshooter Network on YouTube or Tom Martino. And the problem was basically, if we had to sum it up, first sum up what the problem was, Deputy D. The guy had an extended warranty on his used vehicle. I believe that was a 2021 Nissan Rogue.
Yeah, it was a 21 Rogue, and so it doesn't sound
138,000 miles.
it doesn't sound terribly used or anything, but it is, after all, a Nissan. So, not known as a long-lasting, durable vehicle.
Oh, wait, what?
A Nissan Rogue?
Nissan is not known as a long-term vehicle?
No, those of us who grew up with Nissans in the 90s and early 2000s, we remember the old Nissan. That was Toyota grade.
The Korean ones and then the Toyota and the Acuras are in a different league?
Oh, yeah. Nissan has really gone downhill ever since they got bought by Renault.
Okay.
And they just got driven into the ground.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, it's junk, in my personal opinion. But even worse for Cora Lewis, he bought a policy, he bought that extended warranty.
Endurance warranty.
It's called Endurance Warranty Service. And when Endurance Claims Adjuster came to 360 Performance, and I spoke with 360 Performance owner William, sounds like a very knowledgeable stand-up guy, has been in business for decades, very familiar with this case. So,
the person with Endurance.
Yeah, the adjuster for Endurance. So the Endurance's adjuster came over to take a look. Sure enough, the engine is just completely destroyed. 3 cylinders have 1 or 0 PSI pressure. It's done. The engine overheated and completely failed as a result.
Do you think he did that?
Who do you mean, our caller? No.
Yeah, no, I mean by not. Okay, never mind.
No, so Endurance adjuster noticed that the wheels, the tires.
Now you're talking to who right now with giving you this information?
Both Arcola Lewis and William, the owner of 360 Performance, with a car currently.
The dealer.
Yeah, not the dealer. This is the repair shop where the car currently resides. And the insurance adjuster or the warranty adjuster said, hey, the tire specification is not what the owner's manual for this car recommends. It is half an inch narrower. Now, this is important, Tom. It is not half an inch bigger or smaller in circumference. It is half an inch narrower than what the owner's manual recommends.
That has no bearing at all then on the...
Yeah, you're one of 4 people today to have said that to me, right?
Yeah.
And I'd be the 5th one, actually. So in any case, so they denied the warranty claim based on their observation that the tires are half an inch narrower than they should be. So I spoke with 2 people. I spoke with 360 Performance, and I also spoke with Sheridan Auto Tech. And I asked them both, first of all, I wanted them to confirm my feeling that the narrowness of the tire has absolutely no influence on the engine failure. And they all agreed that there's just physically impossible for that to result in engine failure. However, both of them, I asked them both if they've ever had any success challenging a denial based on tire size. And they said, absolutely not. They said that they have never successfully challenged and reversed neither Sheridan Auto Tech, which, as you know, has hundreds, if not thousands of claims under their belt at this point, nor does the owner of 360 Performance.
But I wonder if Lewis literally tries to take Endurance to small claims court.
So Lewis and I discussed that in those terms. Lewis is going to send me a copy of his policy or the warranty document. Now, Tom, in my experience, and I've read dozens of these now since I've been helping you with the show, all of them make you give up your right to
arbitration.
Yeah. However, I saw one not long ago that excludes small claims actions from the arbitration provision.
Oh.
So
they allow small claims.
One policy I read allows small claims.
Okay.
So what Lewis and I are hoping is once he gets his policy digitized and sent over to me, that we're going to find We hope this policy from Endurance Warranty Service has the same exclusion. And then Lewis, who sounds really with it, who sounds like he really knows his case, he's eloquent, he's very informed and very knowledgeable. I have a feeling you'll have absolutely no trouble in small claims court. I also looked at the repair estimate from 360. It's about, here's the surprising part about the repair estimate, which was really nice to see. A brand new engine from Nissan, not a rebuild, a brand new engine installed will run about $8,000, which is the cheapest brand new engine I've ever seen quoted.
Ever in my life.
Ever. So that's pretty close to what the small claims limit will be. So anyway, that's our next step.
This guy, if he has a 2021 Nissan Rogue and he puts a new or rebuilt or used engine in it, it might be worth keeping. And he may not be too buried in it. I'm not sure, but
yeah,
I didn't realize you didn't like Nissans. I know you like Japanese manufacturers.
Absolutely.
And but Nissan not among them.
Not anymore, man. And you know, my first three cars were all Nissans, and they all went 250,000 miles each before I replaced them. Can't say that about new Nissans anymore. Break my heart.
Okay, so in any case, if you have a warranty, it really, really behooves you to know all of the intricacies. Go straight to the exclusions. That is really what's going to count. Straight to the exclusions. Because really and truly, that's what it all comes down to. Not what it covers, what it does not cover. And so many times we find people buying a warranty that from the very get-go, the warranty does not even cover the car. Doesn't even cover the car because they bought it with the defect or the exclusion present on their car. So, and then also you need to look at extended warranties. And I know people don't believe this all the time when I say it when I bring it up on social media. A lot of people object to it and say, oh, it's not true. Here's the deal. When it comes to exclusions, one of them is for mileage because many of these warranties go back to the in-service date. Now, listen to what I mean by that. You can literally, and I mean it has happened, buy a car that is 3 years old and you think you're buying a 5-year extended warranty. You're only buying 2 years. Why? Because the 5-year warranty goes back to the in-service date of that vehicle and then goes 5 years forward, which would only give you 2 years left. Now, why would they do that? The reasoning is they are warranting it against any kind of manufacturer's defects or problems, so they have to go back to the in-service date retroactively, and that's what you're paying for. So you end up paying for 3 years when you didn't even own the car to get the 2 extra years. Be very mindful of in-service dates of warranties. In-service dates. I can't stress that enough. All right? By the way, Genesis Total Exteriors, I want you to know, they do mold detection and remediation in addition to all their other services. GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
The Tree Farm's 50-cent tree sale starts Thursday, August 21st. Buy the first tree at regular price and get a second tree for only 50 cents. Choose from thousands of shade trees, flowering trees, evergreen trees, and more. Buy one 8-foot-tall number 7 container Fall Fiesta sugar maple tree for $349.50 and get a second tree for 50 cents. That's 2 trees for only $350. Come see.
You take I-25 to exit 235, then 5 miles west to the Tree Farm.
You know, no one plans on getting in trouble with the law, having a problem. That's why I'm not going to preach to you. Listen, life is not always perfect. If you're charged with a crime, any crime, including traffic or DUIs, Don't shop for an attorney when you're under pressure and give a retainer to someone you don't even know. I've done the shopping for you. You can trust Joe Lazzara. I've known Joe for 30 years. Lazzara. Lazzara. LazzaraLegal.com or find him at referralist.com. Free initial consultations always, and then flat rates for your entire case, depending on what it is. 303-429-6200. That's 303-429-6200. I just gave that to myself.
At your age, I'm just pleased your dinger still works.
Yeah, it sure does. And it feels good when I use it.
Binded title, Kelly. It's a bonded title.
What'd you say? You like bondage?
Okay.
Yep.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly, divorce for soldiers is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce. Things such as deployments, relocation.
Do you think Trump will broker a deal with these guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? They won't give him credit for it no matter what happens. It's amazing. God almighty, it's amazing how people don't change their mind. Once they have it in their mind, someone's good or someone's bad, everything they do is for confirmation bias.
Absolutely.
Is to prove what they already believe. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't fit, they throw it out.
Electric rates are going up, up, up. You need Red Rocks Roof and Solar. They do it all, sales, installation, and service. And because they do roofs too, they got you covered. Locally owned, veteran owned. More than 35 years combined experience. The only company to guarantee an activation date or they pay you for lost energy. Battery backups, auxiliary generators. 303-704-2449. 704-2449. RedRocksRS.com.
Hey, Mark, this is Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show regarding the emails that you have sent with regard to Remodel Lit LLC and wanted to see if you wanted to get on the show. I do have an open line if you'd like to give us a call back. We're at 303 Martino, which is 303-627-8466. Again, that number is 627-8466, area code 303. Thanks so much.
Neuropathy is nerve damage to the feet and lower legs. Its major symptoms are numbness, burning, shooting pain, and balance issues. Can it be treated? It absolutely can in most situations with great results. More importantly, leaving it untreated can lead to serious complications. If you have burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your hands or feet, or balance issues, call Front Range Medical Center for a nerve damage screening. The first 10 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening, which includes consultation and evaluation.
2 doctor's appointments this afternoon. Okay.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
We're
Verizon
getting
just
some
emailed me.
emails about
Yeah, I'm assuming
the
Yeah, in County Court.
habitability
They
act.
just emailed me saying.
Yeah.
Do you want me just if you send it to me at help, I can probably just forward it.
Okay, or I can send it at your regular email. You can download it somewhere you want.
I can do that too.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have somebody meet
You're
me
welcome.
with either a check or a stack of cash, and I'll file a motion to dismiss you with prejudice so you don't get defaulted out. Right. You sue them, and they don't even file an answer in time. The other defendant, their co-defendant, didn't even file an answer.
Wealth.com. Denver's talk station. 630 KHOW.
So-called free phone. Yeah,
Hi, Tom Martino. Let's talk to Don, who has a question. Don, welcome to the show. What's going on, Don? Don? Hey, Tom. Did he fall down and hurt himself? I mean, I heard some kind of commotion.
Must have.
Don's not there.
Hello?
Yeah, Don, what's happening?
Hello, Don's here.
What's going on, sir?
Hey, I am in the market for a RV currently, and I see lots of them with no title. And I understand I'm going to have to bond. Really sure what all that means.
Well, it's very easy. You need to get a bonded title, and what that means is a new title issued subject to conditions. You pay for a bond that will pay for claims if someone comes out and says, I own that. How did you get it? And it's when you get a vehicle and you can't find the standard title at all. So this bonded title basically is a surety bond. And often you have to put up twice the vehicle's value in this bond. And you have to pay for it, money that you never get back. So it protects any people who have a rightful claim to that vehicle.
And Tom, when you say never get back, how like never ever until you sell the vehicle, or
no,
what,
you don't get it back
work?
when you sell the vehicle
Isn't there
either.
a time frame?
No, once you buy that bond, it's yours. It's done. And you never get it back. So big deal. I mean, it's just add to the cost of the vehicle. And that doesn't mean you put up the value twice the vehicle. You take the value. Usually, how much you're paying for the RV?
Let's say $3,000 for a good number.
Oh, that's a cheap piece of crap. I don't mean that. What I mean is for bonded titles.
Better check it for meth.
Yeah, $3,000 is like, I don't even know how you find. How do you find an RV? How old is it?
The one I'm looking at is a 2005, and it's not in terrible shape. It was an abandoned on somebody's property.
Okay, right.
And they don't want it.
Perfect. So. Now, what you do is you apply for a bond through the DMV, a bonded title, and you would have to go for twice the value, maybe $6,000, even maybe $10,000, and you have to buy a bond. So that bond might cost you, $200 or $300 or $400, and you buy that bond. Sometimes they make you buy it yearly. Sometimes you can buy it for 3 years at a time. It depends on. So then the bonded title means that the ownership was not legally clearly established, but that you're covered if someone has a claim. It's way more complicated than trying to do it on the phone right now. You really have to look it up yourself. But you asked what it does, and that's what it does. It protects the interest of future owners, or not future owners.
Understood.
Of people who come forward in the future that either owned it or had a claim against it.
Tom, I guess what I was asking is, how much trouble am I asking for here if I get into this?
A lot.
And
You're asking for a lot. In other words, what I'm saying to you is you can do bonded titles all day long. You're going to have a problem selling it. You're going to have a problem insuring it. You're going to have a problem at every single turn. So do I like bonded titles? Absolutely not. It really says you don't really own it. It's subject to these terms and conditions. I mean, I wouldn't own it in that. You could end up losing. Well, if the bond turns out to be not enough and somebody makes a lawsuit and they're really pissed. But I don't know, with something 20 years old, it might never give you trouble. But if you're asking me would I do it, the answer is no. I mean, honest to God, it can't be that important that you can't find one with a title.
Sure. Okay.
I
That
mean,
answers it.
how bad do you want this thing?
Well, I mean, for what I'm looking at versus some of the other ones that I'm seeing, we're talking about half the value here. If I don't have to do anything crazy with the bond.
Well, okay.
I'm saying I'm like half the cost.
Well, how much is the purchase price? You said 3?
Yeah.
And so you'd have to pay 6 to get a title? It's very likely that this was stolen some time ago. But the older it is, the chances of somebody coming forward are very, very slim.
Tom, does a bonded title ever turn into a regular title with a passage of time?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's disappointing.
You're never going to have a regular.
This will be an albatross for the rest of the RV's life.
To me, it's not worth it. I mean, I like to do things clean, and it's just not worth it. All this, just like even salvage titles, I don't like them. When you get retitled, it's just, unless there is something really, really compelling that absolutely positively cannot be replaced. And, I don't know. Having a bonded title or having no title means a lot of things. And by the way, when someone said check it for meth, they might be half kidding, but it could be.
I wasn't kidding. I said have it checked for meth professionally because that's where people go to cook meth.
I know it. And you've been watching too much Breaking Bad, but you're right. That has been a popular.
Hey, Tom, can I?
Go ahead.
Could I ask you one more question? Where would you guys go for valuation on an RV? Where would you go for that? The only thing I've seen so far is JD Power. Is there anything else like a Blue Book?
You mean like a Blue Book? There are all kinds of value makers. JD Power is one of them, but I believe that even the NADA has a book out for RVs. Let's see. Let me think. When I did mine, there was actually one for RVs. And I don't know what the name of it was. Let's see. Is there an established guide? I'm just going to ask my AI here. Listen, let me ask you something, though. What are you looking for? Let me just ask you that in general, because you also need to do a pre-buy inspection. And you want to go to like a really good RV place for that. Century RV is a nice place.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for about a 25-foot fifth wheel. So and something that'll sleep about 6.
And you want to okay. Here is JD Power and NADA both have guides, and those are the ones that most people go by. If you're looking for a comparison without getting an official appraisal, then you can go to RV Trader or any of those, anything online where they're selling, cars.com. But I would say everyone is saying NADA/JD Power because they are affiliated now for that. And they rely, they say lenders rely heavily on that NADA to determine loan amounts. So that has to be important. Are you going to have a loan on it?
No, hopefully not. No, I was looking to spend about 10. Been terribly awesome, but nothing in the weeds like we're talking about. Nothing.
Okay, so the National Automobile Dealers Association and NADA are together on this. So it's one guide. It's not one each. So where you see NADA, it's also JD Power. Okay, and in the $10,000 range or under for RVs, the valuation is very unimportant. I mean, you just find something you like and see what the price is. I mean, really and truly, I don't even know how honest to God, I can't believe you're finding RVs in that price range. You are, right?
Yeah, fairly decent when you get up around the 10,000 mark.
Maybe it's because people
they're fixers upper, but
yeah, maybe you get to people because I haven't seen RVs in so long. As far as, maybe you just get to a point where it's hard to sell, so the prices come way down. Is that what you find?
They do. They seem to drop off. Yeah, they do. They seem to roll off after about the 10-year mark is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, now on fifth wheels, God, there are a lot of you don't want to spend this much. If you're trying to spend 10 grand, I mean, that severely limits you. But there are a lot of good deals in the fifth wheel market. What kind of truck are you using?
2005 F350, so should be fine for towing.
Yeah, 350 should be. Is it in good shape?
Oh yeah, I completely top to bottom rebuilt that truck, so we are good to go.
Do you plan on doing any rebuilding of the RV? Is that what you're trying to figure out? Are you going to do that?
Well, that was when I'm looking at the $3,000 one, I'm pretty much going to have to. But in the $10,000 mark, it's pretty much seal it up and go. Is what I'm seeing. So we'll see.
I've seen people who are so good at fixing stuff up, they can buy anything. If you're one of those, okay, so in the 10,000 area, you're right, man. I am shocked. You need to go to rvs.com, rvs.com. They have some I mean, this is a 2007 Keystone with slide outs for $89.99. Honest to God, it is absolutely stunning. Now, why would you look for a piece of crap with no title? Have you looked at rvs.com?
No, I was mainly staying on Facebook. But
oh my God, Facebook's the worst place you could ever shop for anything. This is a 2007
well,
Keystone.
Is the worst.
This 2007 Keystone is absolutely beautiful for $89.99. Oh, of course, you were though. I forgot he was looking at $3,000, wasn't he? That's right.
You spend up to 10.
But I even saw one here. There's one here for 35. Okay, that's too old for me. But
break when you can, buddy.
Anyway, we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Man, I'm just getting severe.
KHOW Denver, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. Download the free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
I don't know.
Now, Impact Traffic.
From the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by the White House Briefing Room Podcast with John Decker.
Close to downtown I-70 westbound, we've got a stalled box truck on the right shoulder at Brighton Boulevard.
You don't have any tapes of these, do you?
Brief slowdowns.
Yeah, if you want me to fill them, I can.
Future lane blockade.
Okay.
Crews, police and fire crews.
Please, thank you.
Otherwise, pretty quiet.
Go do what you need to do.
The greater Denver area, I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds through town as well as up north to Fort Collins. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
I'm John Decker. Join me weekdays for 15 minutes of no-spin White House coverage, straight from the press briefing room. Subscribe now to the White House Briefing Room on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Have you heard about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation? Your neighbor Bruce did.
Well, the project I was wanting to accomplish was my driveway. I wanted to see.
We'll pass that
Nothing
along.
wrong with ordering another saline IV today.
I thought you said you didn't have the number. Okay, what's your name? And what's your number? Hold on. 50, he's already gone. 507, what was 2111. Okay. Thanks so much, Sandy. Okay.
Troubleshooter Show. Oh, please hold a moment.
Excuse me. God damn, did I make a mess?
Business owners, don't you love the summer in Colorado, but hate the paint? Do what business owner Steve did and called Rhino Shield.
The building itself is made out of concrete block. We've had it painted once before, and I heard the ads for Rhino Shield, and that piqued my interest.
Rhino Shield ceramic technology is specifically formulated for our unique climate right here in Colorado, and it's Class 1 fire rated.
So the Rhino Shield crew that came out was really good. Next to our building, we have some automotive repair shop. There was no paint, no overspray anywhere that I could see, even on the concrete.
Business or residential, right now get the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
You don't think of paint as an investment, but when you don't have to worry about painting your building for 25 years, to me is a no-brainer.
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 844-317-4466. That's 844-31-RHINO or rhinoshield.com.
Go Rhino Shield.
Need a new roof? Call Excel Roofing 303-761-6400.
Hello, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So what's going on in your life and how can we help you? We ask that every single day. So if there's anything I can do, let me know. And we are on the ending part, not the ending part, but the last part of this show. And I do have Bob Logan with me for Plumbline Services. We're talking a lot about drains and water supply and water pressure and regulating water pressure. And they want to know, do you know anything about pressure tanks when you're out on a well system? Do you guys handle any of that, Bob Logan?
We don't, because we don't deal with well systems or septic tanks or septic systems, but I am familiar with pressure tanks. So that'll just keep your pump from working as hard. The pressure stays within the tank, and then it gives you consistent pressure.
Okay. Somebody else has an inquiry here on the RVs. I went to RVs.com, and I am seeing a ton of used RVs for really reasonable prices, and they're not that old. And I think, I don't know why, but they're not bad at all. And this guy was going to pay $3,000, which is a little low. I don't see anything in the $3,000 range, but there's plenty in a $6,000 range on up. RVs are a cool hobby. I really do believe it. And when I say RVs, I'm talking about Class A's. I'm talking about all the classes, whether it's in a motorhome or a fifth wheel. It's really a fun family activity, And I've always said, you bring your home with you, and RV stands for real vacation because you're on your own schedule. You don't have to worry about making a hotel check-in or not. In any case, I have another text here 303-713-8255. So when you talked about these sewer issues, is there a way when I move into a home I can get Plumbline or another company to check my drains, and will they know, can they tell me the longevity and actually give me an idea?
Yeah, so typically as part of your inspection, it's not included in a standard inspection, but almost everybody I know that has moved into a home recently, the inspector adds that service to get a
Do you go out and do it?
We have, yeah.
Okay, so can you tell by looking at the drain approximate longevity and dependability?
Well, we can tell you what condition it is in
right?
day and what it's made of, but that's about it. I mean,
But that's
again, if
important.
you have, that is important. Again, if you have an older home and it's made out of the older materials, it could be working perfectly fine today and collapse tomorrow. There's no way we can determine
with the older material.
With the older material.
Hey, Russ, what's going on? You have a comment on RVs. Hello, Russ. What's happening?
Yeah, I've got a friend. My wife and I are looking to buy a RV. We're both retired. I've got a friend that's been living in RVs for a while. He sold everything and lives in an RV. He said, your caller mentioned that the price drops at about 10 years. This buddy of mine tells me that that a lot of the established RV parks don't allow trailers older than 10 years.
Oh.
He says that they don't want a lot of junk in their campgrounds.
They
and
have,
don't allow that. I
in
don't
other
know
words,
if
they
it's
have
important.
like covenants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not, but it when you said they get cheaper at 10 years, maybe that's part of the reason.
That could be. You know, I've heard about, in fact, one time I was in a motorhome park where they inspected your motorhome before they let you through. It was a motorhome park, Outdoor Resorts, I think was the name of the chain. And they had all these highfalutin buses in there. And that's a very good point, Russ, a very good point. Dee, what were you going to say about that?
Oh, no, I perked up because our caller Russ here reminded me of that 10-year mark where you're not even allowed to pull into certain parks.
Right.
I didn't even think about that when you and I were discussing, like, why are they suddenly getting so cheap? Well, they'll do it. That's it right there. If it's important for you to go to these. And by the way, there's a beautiful RV park on I-25 over there just south of Sedalia.
Really?
Just south of Larkspur. Did you see
Is
that?
it new?
Oh, it's new and it looks like, Tom, it's like the Disneyland. They have water slides, they have a movie theater, they have restaurants.
Really?
You're talking about just south of Castle Rock, right?
Castle Rock. I forgot what it's called
Is it
Jellystone.
Jellystone?
It's called Jellystone,
Oh
which
my
I think is
God.
a national chain. It looks like Disneyland for RVs, man. It looks beautiful. They have cabins. They have everything over there.
Okay, I got this text about where is it? Okay, on the somebody wants to know about the insurance checkup with Compass. Listen, what I mean is, if they say, you know, it's obviously they want to sign you up. Here's what I'm trying to say about that. When someone does a comparison and says they can beat it, they have to be able to beat it. I mean, you're not stupid. There's a number there you're paying, and there's coverage you have. If the coverage is the coverage for less money, then you beat it. So you can almost never go wrong when someone says, let's compare. Like if someone calls you Bob, you're not going to tell them, yeah, we can beat that price. You know, you might be able to say we can give you a better furnace, or we can do this, or we can do that. But comparisons, I don't think, ever hurt the consumer. So what Compass does is tells you, here's what you have, and here's what you're paying. Here's what the market has. Here's what we can offer. So in that regard, you know, there's no way to cheat someone when it comes to comparisons. Anyway, they're at 303-996-9000. More coming right up.
Are you going to keep your...
Now, Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by the White House Briefing Room podcast with John Decker.
Close to downtown I-70 westbound, we've got a stalled box truck on the right shoulder at Brighton Boulevard in Denver Coliseum. Watch out for some brief slowdowns, and we may see a future lane blockage if crews, police, and fire crews show up. Otherwise, pretty calm drive throughout the greater Denver area. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds through town, as well as up north to Fort
Thank you, bro.
Collins. With
It's not,
traffic,
it's
I'm
not
Rick
a
Swan.
rush, but
I'm John Decker. Join me weekdays for 15 minutes of no-spin White House coverage straight from the press briefing room. Subscribe now to the White House Briefing Room on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
hey, if you want to sell your house, obviously the open market with a real estate broker like Frank Duran can do it, right? Or you need to get out of town. You don't want inspections. You don't want loan approvals. You don't want to wait. You don't want to list. You don't want to show. All you want is a check. Well, there is an option, Homevestors. Now, I know you've heard of people saying, we'll buy your house. And of course, they're going to show you a price. Well, okay, that's fine. I want to introduce you to Homevestors. Make them one of them, okay? Have them take a shot at your business. 800-44-BUYER. 800-44-BUYER. They'll give you a price immediately on what they'll give you for your home. That's 800-44-BUYER. Hey, here's a number I want to give you for Sheridan Auto Tech. If you're buying a used car, they do used car inspections for $120. Trust me, you want it. They're a great company. And Sheridan Auto Tech, of course, does regular auto repair and maintenance, including newer cars even. They can't do your warranty repair, but they can take care of you, of course, for all your regular services and keep all your records. That's where I'm going. That's where I send my friends on Colfax west of Wadsworth, and they are 303-455-7242. SheridanAutotech.com.
It's going to be hot all week.
Yeah.
So,
So you can get a. Of course. Jeez, Tom, for good reason.
I swear to God, you ever in your life have to go through cancer? It just unravels your whole life. You know, here's what it is.
We can talk under the cone of silence.
The cone of silence.
Oh my God. I wish. And Adam is always the one who fixes stuff around the house. So, because my parents usually hire like handymen and stuff like that. So my mom just now she's been doing this pretty much ever since we got married. But she just puts a list together and gives it to him as soon as we get there, and he's like, yeah, I can have this knocked out in like 15 minutes. It's not a big deal. You know, and it's stupid stuff like, okay, my faucet is leaking in the bedroom, in the bathroom, and you know, there's a cabinet that is a little weird and not level. So if you can fix that, and he's like, yeah, no problem. The only time he ever had to go to Home Depot was to when they had a pretty significant earthquake, I would say. It was like over 5. It was like a 5.2. And it was right where they lived. Their satellite dish fell off where it was perched. But the funny part is that they never used it. But on their outside, they have like a, or I should say, my mom has like a little outside mini fireplace, and they lost a couple bricks off of that. So Adam had to go to Home Depot and get the stuff to replace that. That was it. That was the only time. Otherwise, he could just do it with whatever tools he had. He's actually a pretty handy guy. I don't dislike that.
Let me give you a story. Just last week, Troy listed a house that was on the market for almost a month. You know what? Troy sold it for full price in less than a week. And if for any
Good afternoon, Tom Martino Show.
Troy will buy your house for all cash, and it can close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy and get your home sold.
Okay. What's your name? Quickly.
Again, that's
All right. I'm going to get you on as soon as I possibly can, just in case we have to move you to tomorrow. What is your phone number, Jim? Okay, hang on. We're going to get you on as soon as we can.
Trump and Putin wrap a historic summit in Anchorage, Alaska on a good note, but was it a tangible step toward peace in Ukraine? And will there be a second act with Zelensky in attendance? Monday on Ryan Schuling Live.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Jim, what's going on in your life, Jim? How can we help you, sir?
Hey, Tom, I just thought I'd tell you about an RV trailer. That guy sounded like he was wanting a cheap one.
Yeah.
And I know a guy that renovates the older style travel trailers and RV trailers. If
really,
that might be something he might.
So wait
be
a minute.
Yeah.
So that's his job. He refurbishes them and sells them.
Yep.
What's the name?
His name is Ken.
And like, does he have a business? What's the name of his business?
You know, I don't remember the name of the business. I do have his phone number that's got the name of the business on it.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like you to leave that number with Kelly, and maybe we'll get him on car day. That's a really interesting business, refurbishing motorhomes and trailers. Is that what he does?
Well, I don't know about the motorhomes, but he definitely does the trailers. And
how do they look when he's done? How do they look when he's done?
They look brand new, Tom. They look brand new.
No fooling. That's a great business.
Redo everything.
There are people doing that with boats. There are people doing that with airplanes. Doing it for RVs is logical. If you think about it, you do there's nothing wrong with the bones of an RV most of the time. It's just the living quarters can use some sprucing up, and that's what he does.
Exactly. Yep. And the outside and the inside both.
So he does the systems as well.
Yeah, anything that needs to be done, he'll replace it.
Very cool. Do me a favor. Leave his number with Kelly. Kelly, why don't you take that number down? Let's try to get this on for car day. That would be great.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you, Jim, for calling. I appreciate it. Anyone who wants to be on the show at any time, or if you have any consumer issue, don't forget 303 Martino. That number will get you through if you want to talk to me, or you can text me. Remember, at that number I gave you, 747-999-5280. Okay, Bob Logan. Now, let me explain something, what Plumline is doing, because I think it's extraordinary. They're going to do 93 or free for your main drain line if your main drain line's down, or if it's your kitchen drain or your bathroom drain. But instead of just doing one drain line for 93 or free, they'll do two. 93 or free, to me, the most important part of that isn't the clearing of the drain. It's the diagnostics. When you get the guy out there, you say, by the way, thank you for clearing my drain, but why was it slow? Or if they can't drain it, clear it, and you pay nothing, you still say, then why were you not able to clean it? That, to me, has always been the most important part of that service to me, Bob, because you guys tell me what to do to fix it.
Yeah, exactly. And again, typically we'll use a video to determine what the issue is. And in fact, Tom, if it's a mainline issue that the listeners are having trouble with, if it's a mainline issue, I'll waive the camera fee that we normally have. So just tell them you're a Tom Martino listener, and I'll waive the camera fee.
So if it's 93 or free and you're having an issue with your drain and you want that diagnostic, the camera fee will be free. Just tell them you're a Martino listener, excuse me. For that, I'm going to give Bob my dinger. There. I normally don't give it away, but I'm going to do it this time, and we really appreciate it. I have another one about an RV. Someone said that Class A motorhomes are some of the best deals because what they do is they get mileage on them, but hardly any living, like a lot of the highway mileage. So you can get a high mileage vehicle that actually hasn't been lived in that much. The key question to ask, and Bob, this is a good one. Think about this. If you have a big 500 Cummins diesel, 500 horsepower, and you have 80, 90, 100,000, that's not a lot of miles for that engine.
No.
And so they say, ask this, if you want to know about the condition and the systems. How long, how many nights have you actually spent in it? That is a brilliant matrix to go by. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget plumlineservices.com, 303-586-1086. And of course, Tom Martino, you can reach me all the time at 303-MARTINO.
You're clear, buddy. See ya.
Thank you, bro.
Follow Tom Martino.
Okay, that. Whew. See you guys.